And welcome in, everybody. So it's a blast from the past. We're playing Gloom, Vileplume, Dawn, Ogerpon, Meganium. It's gonna be, it should be fine, right? This deck works. I'm never gonna find energy off of Gloom or Vileplume, but if I get like one or two, we should be fine. You know, I do feel like after a little bit of testing, 16 or 15 energy isn't enough. But, you know, Dawn is just enough reason to revisit this deck, and I'm sure Clamburglar is punching his screen right now. Where's the Venusaur, Pilot? Hey, Pilot, where's the Venusaur? Why don't I see no stinking Venusaur in this list, Pilot? Yeah, I don't really agree with Survival Brace. You know, the Japanese players who built this and, you know, made it popular again were like, hey, Survival Brace. I'm like, I'd rather play Legacy Energy or Prime Catcher or Unfair Stamp or anything else. It's in the trash where it belongs, but never gonna let you down. Thank you for whacking off for 1 year. Your balls are now masterful. And John, there you go. You got pinned. One chat, one pin. That's all you need. And never gonna let me down. True. You know, it's mostly Golden Go and Raging Bolt over there. So yeah, the first 3 decks are what I'm kind of gonna be focusing on. Then the other ones are just, you know, just sort of older versions. I built the deck a long time ago. And like I just kind of had it sitting in my limitless, you know, inventory, as you will. So some of these don't have Dawn, some of these don't have newer cards. You know, I could put Genesect in them to make them feel better, but yeah, we're just gonna kick things off with Vileplume. And okay, Parkinson's. Oh yeah, the ladder reset, by the way. So this is gonna be interesting. So let's go 2 Vileplume up first. 2 Vileplume, that's what we're playing first. You're in an ad for Dunkin' Donuts? How about dunking these toe nuts? He just showed his feet on camera. Yeah, you missed it. What the hell? But if you didn't notice, or if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure we'll see it today, but they added a farting effect to your hand or your opponent's hand when you're under Badoo item lock. They didn't do it for Frillish because, you know, Badoo apparently is the only item locker in the game. Okay, are we going first or second? That is the question. They are playing... Wait, are they playing like my deck or something? Oh, they decided to go first. All right, so then we definitely just send up the Chikorita. Yeah, they added a fart cloud. It's like instead... Oh my god, of course, they got the Lunatone Solrock. But they added a fart cloud because, of course, they added a fart cloud. You know, why wouldn't they work on making the game better when they can add a fart cloud to your hand? You know, they fixed the card bleed, seemingly. They didn't fix Mega Heracross. So a lot of people were upset, like, oh, but the official ruling, blah, blah, blah. No, I was saying that if they haven't addressed it, that means you can use it, is so you won't get in trouble for doing it, right? Okay, they're using the 80 hit point one. And Razor, your balls are also masterful. Ah, crap. Okay, so we might lose this one. This is potentially a game-losing game. And not just because we don't have a playable starting hand. Okay, Parkins, chill for a second, bro. You got literally, this is their first turn going first. They haven't even played they're probably going to play Carmine. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to put on the YouTube voice, is there? I guess I can bring up, like, something. But, oh, okay, we got Dawn. Never mind. Hang on. Things are different. Things are not good, but they're different. Like the toes in my mouth. Okay, so, oh no, we got nothing. We're so screwed. We are so absolutely screwed. So I need Chikorita, Vileplume, Bayleaf. So Chikorita, Bayleaf, Vileplume. And then I have no idea what the hell we're going to do next turn. Well, I mean, I have a slight idea of what we're going to do next turn. But it's going to require Vileplume to not suck a huge butt. You know, I can knock out their Squawkabilly. I can do a little bit of Squawk and Ball Torture. But this is not playable. And Ant Butt, really? Well, I told them about the Mega Heracross glitch over a month ago. They didn't ban it, and they haven't addressed it, so we can only assume that it's working as intended. Right? If they don't ban it and they don't fix it in a patch after a month, then we can only assume that's what they want us to do. Okay, maybe. Oh my god. Yeah, this is why I didn't put on the YouTuber voice. I knew. You can't do anything when Cerulege has everything. Right, like I can't even get around the legacy energy, and that's really bad. Oh yeah, then we get the freaking lilies. Sure, then we get the freaking lilies. And I can't, yeah, I guess I can do that. So we don't want to evolve into Gloom, because we got the lilies. You know, I could have maybe evolved into Gloom and put 1 energy on the Chikorita, but then we wouldn't have gotten such a great hand, right? Then we wouldn't have had such an amazing hand. All right, well, let's go get this guy, I guess. And we'll put the Oddish down. We'll put you down. And we still got nothing going on. Even after all that, even after all of that, we still have nothing. All right, well, I may as well Razor Leaf, I guess, just to put 20 damage on him. And, oh, I do. So, yeah, this is not going to be a win. But, yeah, so that YouTube video that I put up yesterday about the preview for rotation, I'll admit that I forgot about Petrol. Oh, my God. Oh, God, we're having fun today. We're starting out great. We're starting out great today, aren't we? To get the same thing we do every day. Try to take over the Only Feet picture thing. I don't know. Yeah, if I had playable cards in my hand, we might be able to do something. Wow, we still don't have anything. Isn't that crazy? We still don't have anything we can do right now. Yeah, I guess I can use Bayleaf to force them to send somebody else up there, I guess. I don't know. What the hell is this? Yeah, if you didn't notice, the redemption screen on PTCGL got like a slightly different change for no apparent reason, and it looks really bad because it's different colors, and then the screen in the background changes as well. So they just keep doing things for no reason. Oh, please tell me you have a third bosses. Please tell me we're starting triple bosses. Oh my god. This is insane. This is crazy. Triple bosses in a row. Well, what's really stupid is the Year of Badoo doesn't start until January 1st. So they added the effect for Badoo 2 weeks before the Year of Badoo actually begins. All right, well, I'm guessing I just knock out the Solrock. I guess that's what we do here. We just do that. And yeah, there's drops right here, right? Your pants should be dropping right now. I don't say that there are drops. I just say that there's a command for drops. There's a difference. So yeah, I forgot about Petrol being the Arven replacement, and like that's fine. But Petrol's not a good Arven replacement. It's just an Arven replacement. And you know, it can get you a stadium, but I can't really focus too much on post rotation because tomorrow is when Ascended Heroes comes out in Japan. More like a skeptic tank, eh? It's where people don't trust the news. Okay, so yeah, they've pretty sure they got it. Yeah, so yes, it can get you a stadium, but that's about all that it can do. You know, it can get you an item, a tool, a stadium, but it's like it can't get you an item and a tool, so it can't find Sunny. Get it? Because Sunny's never mind. Yeah, I forgot about it. I'll talk about it in like the full preview. I think I also forgot to mention Professor's research, which is, you know, whatever. Yeah, isn't that what I said? Tomorrow is when the starter decks come out in Japan. Isn't that what I said? But I got lost in my train of thought because Sunny tried to uh, do something. Sunny tried to distract me with talks about feet and septic tanks. So yeah, I'll have that video, like my preview number 2 for Ascended Heroes on probably Wednesday. Well, like it's the Ascended Heroes preview for the start decks. Like Ascended Heroes will be out in Japan, which is like the way it's confusing because we don't know invisible ones because we don't know exactly how many cards from the start decks will make the. Okay, do you want to know why I went first? Because there's 16 energy and 4 Teal Mask Ogerpon and 4 bug catching sets. Oh, Pilot, why'd you go? See, there we go. That's why you go first. God, I went first because this deck, you can choose to go first and it's not the worst thing in the world. Choosing to go first is not going to get your cheeks clapped unless you really, really want them to be clapped. I guess I go for Oddish because how am I going to win this game? I have no earthly idea. So that'll be fun. But I think we attach to the active and then go Survival Brace on the Chikorita and hope for the best. And we'll see what happens. But against this deck, so I have Tapu Bulu. I believed, oh dear God. I believe Tapu Bulu is going to be the card that wins us this game. Assuming we can find any Vileplume, but what are they playing if they're playing Crustle? Is they just going to have a bunch of Monkey Dory? Oh! Okay, they're playing for Alligator before Mega for Alligator comes out. You know, this is crazy times. Before the ladder resets, or when the ladder resets, times get crazy. You know, we're back in whatever Gardevoir League is, Great League. We're back in Great League. It's great. We're having fun. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of this next month when Ascended Heroes comes out, because we know for sure that Mega for Alligator, Mega Emboar, and Mega Meganium will be out in Ascended Heroes. What? Okay, kiss my ascension. Wait, Crustle has 150 hit points since when? That's not fair. You're not allowed to do that. Meganium's attack only does 140 damage. That's not fair. Well, joke's on you, so I'm probably not going to be able to get a Meganium up and running this turn anyway. So, haha, I'm going to put 50 damage on your Crustle, and you're probably going to find a way to undo that. Like it's when you accidentally delete a folder of feet picks. Well, I think it's guaranteed that I can't do anything this turn, so let's just go for push down. And even if they get one Monkey Dory, we're fine. But the nice thing with this deck is that the Feraligator's not too much of a threat. Like, they have to get Relicanth, they have to get Feraligator, they have to set up their Monkey Dory. I can easily knock out their Monkey Dory with Meganium. That Crustle is set up for a knockout. They're attaching their energy completely the wrong... Oh, crap. And then if we ever get into a turn where they don't have Crustle in the active, then I just use Briar. So how much do you want to bet that Tapu Bulu is prized? Because that is my game-winning card. That can knock out Feraligator, that can knock out Crustle, unless they put a Luxurious Cape on it. But how much do you want to bet that my one card that wins this matchup is prized? Okay, because there's no way to manually search the deck with this deck. And I think I Teal Dance once. There's a Gloom. All right, so let's find out what we got here. There's the Tapu Bulu. The absolutely goated Bulu. Majin Bulu. All right, let's, I guess I guess I bug catching set to get any Pokemon out of the deck. Ooh, and then we keep the energy in there. Because for those of you who don't remember, Gloom and Vileplume look at the top 3 and then the top 8 cards of your deck and attach all energy. So this will be 0. Oh, okay. That's cool. Was not expecting that to actually work. All right, well, I guess I just keep all my energy because we're doing surprisingly well right now. My opponent's about to get their cheeks clapped. Now, how worried am I about an I and O? I think probably slightly worried. And I also need to worry about a Meganium getting knocked out. So let's attach to the Chikorita, and then we go Solar Beam. And unless they're able to get another Monkey Dory set up, the Meganium will do Meganium things, the Tapu Bulu will do Tapu Bulu things. And I can always retreat. So they have the Crustle. I'm not quite sure why they have the Crustle. Does Crustle make sense in this deck? Because the whole thing with Feraligatr is that you have Feraligatr, Monkey Dory, and then you use Big Bite and you use Feraligator's ability, Torrential Fart, to damage the Feraligatr, and then you trap them, doing 130 damage, and then you heal the Feraligatr with Monkey Dory, but you have to trap somebody who can't attack. They got another monkey. They're playing the Japanese list, but there's no Mega Feraligatr yet. That's over a month away. That's like 6 weeks away, which is actually the length of the December 2025 ranked ladder. So if you haven't looked at it, the December 2025 ranked ladder will end on January 29th, 2026. And that makes sense. Oh, right. You're right. Kelsey, you are correct. The Croconaw has a hit and run attack for 1 energy, does 30 damage. Oh, that's what they're playing in Japan right now? So yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess if you have the hit and run attack. But then you have to manually evolve into the Croconaw, which is less than ideal. Okay, so they've kind of sucked a butt. They've kind of sucked a butt. They didn't trap me anywhere. You know, it's not like my first ex-wife who baby trapped me. They're not trapping me anywhere. So let's go get Vileplume, I guess Bayleaf, and Chikorita. And obviously we bumped their Artisan that we have no use for because we're cool like that. Croconaw and these nuts, am I right? So, like, I see what they're doing, but I'm just too good at this game. You know, this is what happens when the ladder resets to Great League is the world turns crazy. So they need a Luxurious Cape if they want to survive my Bullfrog over here. My Land Spirit Pokemon that's 6'3", 100 pounds. What is it, made of cardboard? 6'3", 100 pounds? There's no way. But yes, thank you, Kelsey. You are correct. The Croconaw does 30 damage, and it's a hit and run attack. But then how do you retreat the Crustle? Do you just attack with the Crustle and hope for the best? All right, well, we win again. So I'm just absolutely goated like that. I am the #1 Meganium Vileplume player in the world. And we just attach that one. How much energy is in there? 2. Probably wait 1 more round. Let's go get Meganium Ogerpon. So apparently this deck does really, really well against perceived stall decks that never draw any cards. Though, considering that they had a Lily's Determination and a Raw Trolley turn 1, I don't feel bad for them. You know, if you get a Lily's Determination and a Raw Trolley and you can't do anything, that's on you. That's a skill issue. You know, I've never failed to succeed. Oh, crap. Oh no. Please don't. Please don't just TM Evolution here. And how much does Tapu Bulu punch itself in the face for? 30? That's totally fine. But yeah, this card is great. Just being able to Gloom or Vileplume directly to it, because there's no energy switches in the deck. You basically take a typical Teal Mask Ogerpon Meganium deck, cut out what would normally be 3 or 4 energy switches, you know, some alternate attackers, and you do have to add like 15 energy, which is a bit rough. but you use Gloom and Vileplume as theoretically your energy switches. Oh, no. Well, I'd say I feel bad, but that would be a lie. So they can theoretically make a comeback here. Because if they go Rare Candy, Feraligatr, Water Energy, Relicanth, they don't even need to use Relicanth this turn. But they can't. What the hell? Are they playing this in Japan too? Are they playing Mega Absol in Japan too, just for the terminal period? So, yeah, like I have to assume they have... All right, that's fine. You're gonna knock out... Actually, this is funny because it reactivates my Gloom. It reactivates my Gloom if they do the thing. Okay. I thought they were gonna de-evolutionify and then activate my Gloom. They did not do that. So let's just... Oh, I can't retreat. I have to go get Vileplume. So I mean, everything's on the bottom of my deck. So I think, realistically, it makes sense to Lilies first. And then we fail miserably. All right, well, I guess I just don't attack. Lonely Island? Because you play Monkey Dory. So if there's anything big you need to take a one-shot of, you just, you play Monkey Dory. Or you play Absol. So yes, this will not be in the YouTube video because, like, it's very boring. Very boring. You know, if they just conceded almost immediately, then we were talking, then, you know, maybe we could say something. And you know I don't care about that stuff, Lena. That's IRL stuff. Only nerds play in real life. Okay, so they can realistically win the game this turn. But they also have to attack. So it's like if they have to knock out the Gloom, but they can knock out my Tapu Bulu. They can put my Meganium within range of being knocked out, but they don't have a Crustle, so my Ogerpon's just going to come up and clap their cheeks. So yeah, I think, you know, Mega Feraligatr, it's going to be interesting to see how it, you know, all turns out with Mega Feraligatr. I'm not sure if it's going to be good. Like, you'd think, oh, 400 damage for 3 energy, of course that's good. And it's like, you know, surprisingly, maybe not. Again, you'd think it would be. And it looks like they're just going to let me knock myself out with the Tapu Bulu, or they're saving the Tapu Bulu for a knockout later, which is fine, but I just obviously won't attack with this until the end of the game. So let's check my notes. Yeah, so I wrote down, after being bedewed, your item cards now have a permanent fart effect. This is what they're spending their time on instead of fixing the card select glitch. You know, in this deck, you know, I talked about the petrol thing. I think I also forgot Professor's research, but what card are you going to miss the most? What card will you miss the most when Pokemon TCG Live sucks a butt and rotates all the good cards? I think the card I'm going to miss, I don't even know if I'm going to miss any cards. All right, fun fact, this deck does have a Turo scenario in it. Fun fact, there is a Turo scenario. Not that you'd know from this particular scenario. All right, well, I guess I just Solar Beam and just YOLO. Yeah, I guess Earthen Vessel's probably one, but it's like every card that I think I'll miss, I'm like, my opponents use that to annoy me more than anything. Well, yeah, with Ino going, it's just going to be Judge everywhere. Everyone's going to be judged. Okay, so if I send up the Tapu Bulu, they just knock it out, but that's fine. I want them to knock it out. Yeah, Artisan, but it's just, you know, we're getting Pokepad. So, like, you don't have to worry about getting your terminal period if you have enough Pokepad. You know what? I think we just go up with the Gloom. Actually, no. If I go up with the Gloom, we might lose because I don't have enough energy anymore. Yeah, it's going to be an insane rotation. Like I mentioned at the end of the video, hey, oh, hello. Like Charizard EX isn't even in the top 10. Superior Energy Retrieval is not even in the top 10. Like, that's crazy. And also, remember when I said I should use lilies first before the bug catching set because my Ino was screwed? Actually, no, Lena, I don't because we're about to lose the game. I don't win because we're about to lose. Because look at how bad my hand is. And then we're not going to top deck anything good. You know, we could get a Vileplume, we could get a bug catching set, we could get a million different things. We're not going to get anything good. Oh, we got something good. Okay, never mind. I take that back. So that's one. Yeah, that's oh no, we're still one short. Oh my goodness. We literally lose the game because PDCGL hates me. Okay, so they have to go counter catcher on the Gloom. Or no, they just knock out the Gloom. Oh, they screwed up. They screwed up. They should have knocked out the Gloom. Because they can't use Giant Wave, but they can use any other attack. So they should have... They had game. Unless they have bosses in their hand. Or there's Torrential Fart. They can't do the thing. Well, this isn't going in the YouTube video. You're 6 weeks early, Dorgoroth. But don't worry, I'm still going to fail because, you know, look at my hand. I was maybe a little too conservative because we're down most of our energy, and that's not good. Are they going to retreat? They can't retreat. Their Feraligatr is goaded, crocodiled. They're crocodiled in. Oh, they just used my Forest of Vitality against me. They just used my Forest of Vitality against me to win the game. Wait, why did they retreat into that one? Yes, and then we'll get nothing. Oh, we got 2. Okay, so yeah, we would have won, but they got everything. That's pretty cool. So they won that one. I guess I should congratulate them. That's pretty good. Though I did kind of mentally check out about 5 or 6 minutes ago, so I probably should have been paying more attention. But we can all admit we were heavily bored that game, and it was not interesting after quite some time. Best metal deck? Probably just Heatran Metang, right? Like, what's the best metal? Just same as it is right now. Just Heatran Metang. Our Chaladon's going to still be really good. So I'm not... Why didn't they just use Giant Wave? Why'd they go the long way around? Yeah, like, I guess our Chaladon, but, you know, Metang Heatran is just so much fun. Energy Recycler staying. I think that's going to be really good. It's just, we have to wait and see because Evolution, TM Evolution leaving means item lock is better. We don't know. Like, Japan will give us a preview 2 months early, so we'll wait and see. But I can't say, like, oh, what's going to be, oh, crap. Oh, God, I don't know what I just did. I just broke everything. Okay, I think I'm back. I think I broke everything on this side. Successfully. I think I broke everything successfully. But we can't accurately say, like, oh, this is going to be good post-rotation, this is going to be bad post-rotation, until we know what's in perfect order. And we won't know what's in perfect order until, like, mid-January. So we're still a month away from being able to give an accurate assessment, because they could just announce tomorrow, hey, Nest Ball is being reprinted, Charizard EX is being reprinted, Pidgeot EX is being reprinted. You know, they could announce all these things, and we just don't know. Yeah, they could literally announce that tomorrow, and that would change everything. All right, well, here we go. So we're 35 minutes in. Who are we facing? We're facing Wag Boss. They make their boss stiff and then they come up their pants. That's what they do. So far right now, everyone on Twitter is saying that, oh God, Noctowl is like the greatest thing ever. They're saying like, oh man, Noctowl is going to be the GOAT post-rotation. I mean, it absolutely could be, because it's just great consistency. We won't have Arven. It's basically your new Arven. You know, Precious Trolley off of Petrol turn 1 feels so bad, though. Like, I guess if you have a deck where it's like, I need Precious Trolley turn 1, you play 4 Petrol, 4 Team Rocket's Transceiver. Exactly, Incineroaring, yeah. No one thought Gardevoir was going to do much, and then that changed mightily. So, yeah, even predictions don't make sense these days. If I knew I was going to get a Meganium, I would 100% knock out that Terapagos, but they did just kind of leave their Hooters to die. You know, I could attach and do 180, but I think, you know, let's just Lilies and start doing some things. Those are definitely things that we are doing. All right, let's bug catching set for, ooh, hello. Oh, yep. So here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. You know, the next time you're experiencing, you know, you notice the whatchamacallit, the next time you notice the farting effect, because remember, they went out of their way to add a farting effect to your cards when you're under Badoo item lock, which is obviously the most important thing, right? It's way more important than fixing the card select glitch. You know, they added a fart effect. They changed the redemption screen so it hurts your eyes and it's more pervasive than ever. But no, could we fix the card select glitch? Because, you know, I kind of needed that Oddish to do everything this game. The Oddish is kind of important. But no, we got to get that fart effect, you know. Whoever's in charge of this game, the one person... No, it's a fart effect, Kelsey. We all know what it is. Instead of, you know, making sure this game works, no, we're going to add a fart effect. Oh, this is Terrazard with Pidgeot. So this is just Terrazard. Okay. And this is a highly winnable matchup. And they keep giving me things, but, you know, wouldn't it be great if I had an Oddish down right now? Wouldn't that be so cool if I had an Oddish and then I could bug catching set for a Gloom and then Vileplume and then just violate them with my Ogerpon? What are you doing in my pants? All right, so... And then they beat me off. See, this is unfair. Like a stamp. Okay, well, then we get the Oddish. Well, then my joke doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's go bug catching set. And then, of course, oh, this is a first. I've never not been able to select energy. So we got double screwed today. I don't think I've ever not been able to select energy. I think that's a first. So you know what, PDCGL, they added new glitches. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool? PDCGL add new glitches, and also that cost me the game. Isn't that even cooler? Is that cost me the game because I needed the energy to knock out the Terapagos. So isn't that really cool that I'm going to lose the game because I couldn't hit the Terapagos because I couldn't select that second energy? Isn't that awesome? And Gardis, that means you're playing expanded. Or were you still playing standard at that time? Oh my god. If I win this game, Wag Boss, you need to delete the app forever because you just lost to someone who got screwed over twice by the deck select glitch. But this is why you can't get excited about TCG Live updates. Exactly, Incineroaring. It's just like when you're playing IRL and the game won't let you select anything. All right, well, I guess I just go up with my Ogerpon and retreat it. Well, no, I just couldn't remember. I didn't think Fiery Flint was standard legal at any point in TCG Live. I just couldn't remember because, you know, my brain is cooked and all that. Okay, we're gonna top deck a Lilies or a Gloom, and we're gonna go do many things. Oh my god. All right, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're going to get our third Forest of Vitality. Well, I wouldn't have been able to select Mega Venusaur, so your argument is invalid. Because I would not have been able to go and get Mega Venusaur because PTCGL is the greatest game ever made. God, because remember, on that first turn where everything broke, I was going to go get Oddish Gloom. That could have fully powered up the Ogerpon. Then turn 2 with the Bug Catching said I was going to get 2 energy to knock out the Terapagos. And now they just have a Pidgeot, and I don't even know if I can do anything at this point. You know, I could have kept the Teal Mask Ogerpon there simply because that would activate Briar. But, like, what the hell is this with the triple Forest of Vitality? Is this gonna be an 0-3 start? Like, I was super confident coming into today because I went on like a 6-game win streak in casual because I didn't run into any glitches or Cerule Edge. All right, that's fine. Oh, yeah, we're gonna start 0-3. Okay, the luck is gonna turn around. Wait, why is the... Oh, because Area 0. Like, why is the win-loss counter, like, completely in the wrong spot? It's because TCG Live is a great game. Great game. I don't know why they're taking so long to select prizes. Do they have, like, some sort of method? Do they have, like, a prize checking app or something? Because they're taking a very long time to select their prizes. All right, that's 0-3. Because this deck is cursed. All right, press 1 if you think we're about to get screwed over by glitches again. Press 2 if PDCGL is actually going to work. Yeah, see, this wouldn't have happened on a Saturday. All right, Broker's 94. This game is perfect. Absolutely, this game is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this game. There, like you said, there's no glitches in Bossing Say. Okay, we're not going to get freaking 4. Oh my goodness. I think I need to cut a Forest of Vitality and add something. I think we need more supporters and less Forest of Vitality. Oh man, you know, these decks win tournaments in Japan. And then of course I play them in casual, everything works, and then I play them on stream. Nope. Nope, sorry bud. Okay, well maybe they have a bad start. I mean, I guess I just put the Forest of Vitality down. No, we're gonna get a YouTube video out of this. I am forcing a YouTube video. You know, maybe I put in like Secret Box or something, but I don't even think Secret Box is very good. I think Prime Catcher is probably just better. Oh, they're playing Poison Donk with a Gengar, I guess. Oh, never mind. Okay, so they're just playing Baby Moon. Are they gonna win this turn? Yeah, this is no. I'm never playing a grass deck again. Okay, never mind. Okay, thank you. You're helping me out. Okay, great. Yeah, they're gonna be able to do some things. But yeah, they have Roaring Moon. I don't know. Is this just a Sada deck? Because that's fine. I don't think they're gonna have a Monkey Dory because that seems a little too much for them. There's no Terras. They do have the thingy thing, but you know, Tapu Bulu and Teal Mask Ogerpon should be okay. Yeah, I got blamed for all the Alakazam on the ladder. YouTube audience, you might be looking at that scoreboard and thinking, wow, this deck is terrible. Well, you're kind of half right, but also PDCGL has decided to really just double down on the deck select glitch. So I would have won the last game against Charizard, but guess what I was unable to select? Yes, literally everything. Guess what I was unable to select? Literally every single card that I needed to win the game. So they added the farting effect, but they took away, you know, the game actually being playable. That's what we want in these trying times. All right, well, let's do that. We have, of course, failed to find anything good. So I guess I hit him with the old end turn. Oh, yeah, you need more supporters. I think this deck is like 4 Lilies, 2 Iono, and then 4 Forest of Vitality. I'd rather cut down on the Forest of Vitality because you have the Gloom Vileplume, right? If I'm choosing to go first, which, you know, is something I'm doing, if I'm choosing to go first, then it doesn't really matter if I take a little bit longer to find Forest of Vitality. Like, I'd rather just be able to draw cards and play the game than have a hand of 4 Forest of Vitality and nothing else, which YouTube audience has happened in those 3 games multiple times. Another thing you'd be shocked to learn is that PDCGL hates me. It's like I make comments daily on how bad it is. Okay. Now, I will play a Moongus EX next week, and I should be able to stream on the VODs channel if I get it set up. All right, Vengeance Fletchling. This is fine. So we are taking a knockout of the Roaring Moon. They are going to Calamity Storm my Teal Mask Ogerpon, which is very bad. But I need to be able to play the game, and that's where we're at. Ooh, hello. You're a terrible timing. I wish I'd put the Oddish down last turn. All right, so let's go. I mean, is there anyone I even want to Artisan? There's no one I want to Artisan for. All right, give me something good, buddy. I said give me something good. And yeah, I guess we just go Myriad Leaf Shower. We give them a Golden Shower. And then next turn I use Tapu Bulu. So they'll get rid of the Stadium. I will use Super Rod. I will play with my Rod. Oh my god, we do not need 4 Forest of Vitality. Like, I'm getting by mostly without Forest of Vitality. Like, obviously it makes the deck better, but I can get by. If I'm going first, I can get by with a little help from my friends, and I can also just win the game with Briar. But how much do you want to bet that this Gloom is not going to get me a single energy? So remember, I'm going to shuffle in 3 energy with Super Rod, and then use Gloom, and I literally need 1 energy off of the Gloom. That's it. My deck has probably 15 energy, so roughly a third, or roughly, what, 40% of my deck will be energy? So mathematically, it is impossible for me to whiff it like it's a sock drawer. And then we can literally just follow up next turn with a crazy turn where I just do all of the things. Isn't it Friends in Paldea? Or, yeah, it's Friends in Paldea, isn't it? All right, well, Calamity Storm. Oh, there's the Ancient Booster. Doesn't matter. You're still wheat to grass. And there's Calamity Storm. They get rid of the Artisan, knock out the Teal Mask Ogerpon. This is obviously one of the major weaknesses, is that, you know, your main attacker has 210 hit points. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. I don't know what it is, but people are taking their sweet, sweet time taking prizes today. Oh my god, we do not need Forest of Vitality. Okay, so Super Rod. We Super Rod 3 energy back in. Actually, I should probably send in the Oddish, but no, we lose the game if we don't get an energy here. So guess what we're not going to get, even when there's 15 energy in deck. Oh, okay, good. We got literally 1. And look at this. According to PDCGL, I cannot do anything else with the Pokemon on my field. Because again, this is a super well-made game. If your Pokemon can attack, then it's supposed to glow. Like if you can use an ability, if you can retreat, if you can attack, it's supposed to glow. But PDCGL is so well made that it can't tell basic things. It can't tell when basic things need to happen. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a dilly of a pickle right now because we have to take a knockout next turn if we want to keep pace. So then I think it's just Meganium. And ABC, oh, we know. We've talked about those fart clouds. Sending up the moon is a bold strategy. It's their only attacker. They don't have a backup attacker because they got rid of all their baby moons with that Explorer's Guidance. They brought back their baby moon with that Explorer's Guidance. But it doesn't really matter because I just have to take a knockout next turn. That's it. So I believe in that situation. I mean, they're both weak to grass. So do I send up Meganium or do I send up Vileplume? Because Vileplume, I believe, does 90 damage. They both need 2 energy on them to do something. And remember, this is why Mega Gengar is so bad. They've literally just completely abandoned the Mega Gengar strategy, even though you think they would not do that because Mega Gengar is really good, but this is... Oh, wait, did they get it? Oh, okay, never mind. They went for it. They discarded a Gengar to get a Gengar. All right, okay. Yeah, they have to Pecharunt into the other one. Attach your energy switch. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they got it. They got it. I was like, maybe they don't got it. Yeah, Gengar is only EXs, so they're just preparing themselves for like a Teal Mask Ogerpon. So I need to top deck a Vileplume. Bosses orders the Roaring... Oh, this is... Yeah, we lose. We absolutely lose the game unless... Okay, there's a grass energy. I guess I attach it. So then we go attach to you. Lily's Determination. Please don't suck a butt. Remember when I said don't suck a butt and then you did it? Yeah, can we go back to a time where that didn't happen? So we're about to be 0-4. I did not lose back-to-back games with this deck. So I'm not quite sure what's happening right now other than PDCGL hates my face. And now they have a guaranteed win condition because Survival Brace doesn't protect me against Roaring Moon's Frenzied Gouging. Yeah, and I can't knock out the Mega Gengar because that's only 2 prizes. They got their dudes set up, so... Yeah. That's kind of sad. All right, well, they're taking forever to select their prize. Wow, we are. Okay, we're gonna switch the deck up a little bit here. We're gonna improve some things because this is going terribly. Okay, so we're gonna go Ogerpon. So we want three, we want two, yeah, we don't need three Meganium. We don't need three of these guys. We want those, so we'll cut two there. And then, oh, wait, I didn't see a single Dawn last game. What the hell? I didn't see a single Dawn last game. Counter catcher. So if we just gotten a Dawn, and Luke, thank you for the sub. If we just gotten the Dawn, that would have been perfect. So we'll cut a Forest of Vitality. And Lena, that's your one swear. So do I just like play with my balls or something? Like, do I put in... You know, we have that. We have two bosses. Survival Brace seems dumb. I could play Secret Box. Because again, that's a supporter and all the things. I think maybe a Fez would be better. I think a Fez would be really good. And then we cut like an Ogerpon, and then we play with our balls a couple times. All right, I think... Oh, no, because Dawn is supposed to get your basics. That's the whole point of Dawn, is she's supposed to get your basics. But yeah, I never found one. Then we have a Turo scenario. We have Briar. Maybe I just play like Pokegear or something, right? Instead of Great Ball. But Great Ball has been, you know... No, let's play Pokegear, because apparently we can't find anything else. So we'll play Pokegear. Oh, right. You can't search for the word Poke on TCG Live because you have to have the accent because, you know, everyone uses that. But Luke, thank you again. The sky is about to be brightened by your money. All right, so we're facing off against Gladion. And I'm 0-4, right? I'm not 0-5, I'm 0-4. That was loss number 4. And apparently going first is the dumbest thing, so we're not going to do that. Hey, my deck is evolving. And then, of course, we get a double Ogerpon start when I decide to go second. Yeah, it's going super well. Going super duper well. So you might be looking at that 0-4 and thinking, oh man, Pilot's sucking huge butts. Well, it's because I've been deciding to go first. And every time I go first, I never start Ogerpon. So I decided to go second. And of course, I started Ogerpon Energy. And there we go. But we're going to be fine. Unfortunately, I can't... Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need Vileplume this game. I think Vileplume is okay to not be included here. And then we go attach to you and turn. But because there's no energy switch in this list, that would be the other one. So the Vileplume list has energy switch. This one is all about Gloom Vileplume, which is why I wanted to go first. And Mewtwo, thank you for the sub. You're activating the hype train, so everyone all aboard. And Median, yes, I am so good. It's PDCGL, because that third game we lost due to PDCGL getting... Oh, hello. Giving me the deck select glitch twice on back-to-back turns where I absolutely needed it. That was fun. So if this is just regular old Kangaskhan Buffalant, we're probably going to be okay. Okay, that's fine. But if this is Kangas... It's a stall deck. God, the ladder resets and everyone starts sucking butts. And not in a fun way. And I thought I added more oh, God. Okay, well, I have a super rod, which I'm going to need, apparently. We're having fun today. We're about to be 0-5, but luckily we can take our time here. We're not in a rush. We're not in a big time rush, though I would like to go a little bit faster. Be nice if I could, get a couple playable cards. Okay, can we get a Dawn? Okay, I'll take a Lily's. All right, so I guess I go Survival Brace on this guy. They're definitely not going to have a Tool Scrapper, right? When has the stall deck ever played Tool Scrapper? What the hell is this? Okay. And then we get all the Dawn. All right, so... I mean, I'm going to need a lot more energy if I want to win this game. But I think I want to save the energy. Right? I want to save the energy because I want to be able to knock out this Mega Kangaskhan because things have been going so badly, and I know I need to knock that out. But, like, are they going to attach any energy? Is this just regular Bouffalante annoyingness? Yeah, this is Bouffalante annoyingness. They're going to play with my... Oh, God! And Ruckman, welcome back. Thank you for the 5 gifted. So welcome in Son of Russ, Phoenix, Maxi, Toast Crunch, and Monsense. Okay, so we're going to put you into play. I think we just start building up this guy. Well, no, it has to be a Moongus on the day that it happens. So again, I have to build up the biggest Teal Mask Ogerpon you've seen in your life. You returneth bearing gifts. You're like an Ursa Luna because you're bearing gifts. Get it? Bearing gifts. Okay, let's just hit into them. I'm sure they have a Monkey Dory and they'll do Monkey Dory things. But what else are we gonna do? We have to attack while we have the chance, while they don't have a second Bouffalon in play. But that Pheasantipity down is really bad. We do have a single copy of Turo Scenario. Usually it's for Vileplume. But, I'm about to show you how good I am with this deck. And there's Scoop Up Cyclone. Okay, that's fun. Very happy for you. Stall decks are great. Great League is great. Stall decks are great. Never let anyone tell you differently. I'm just so happy that stall decks still exist. I'll stick my hand wherever you want. Stick your hand in this wet hole. It's just melted snow. Don't worry. Yeah, touch my sack. Okay. There's a handy fan. Oh my God! Please hit your third crushing hammer, please. Oh my God! All right. I mean, you have to go for the active. So we currently don't have anything good happening in our hand. So that's cool. There's a Chikorita. I love stall decks. I love stall decks too. There's a Lilies. We're going to use that one again. So I guess I go Chikorita down, Teal Dance. Because we can potentially just overload this guy with all the things. That's all we need to do is just give him all the things. All right, so let's attach that. Lilies. I'm sure they have Penny and Turo Scenario. Okay, there's a Gloom. There's a Forest of Vitality. That's good. And then we go get all the Pokemon out of there. Okay, that didn't do anything. Thank you. So that's a Bayleaf. And then how many do I need? I need more than I can do. We're having a great time today. We're having they got Wally, they got all the things. They're going to be able to gust a million times. I had to do that because, we're not finding Meganium. So what I did with the original list is I took out a Forest of Vitality, I took out Teal Mask Ogerpon, and then I added in 2 Pokegear instead of 2 Great Ball. Clearly, I should have added Great Ball, even though you play 4 copies of Dawn. But Dawn is completely useless. And speak of the devil. Okay, we can still, as long as they don't put a second Bouffalon down, we're fine. We are totally, yeah, we're fine. We got this. Literally the next damn card. You can suck my butt as hard as you want and nothing will come out. Okay, so let's put that. Bayleaf, Oddish. Vileplume. I don't know how much energy we need, but I think I'm putting all of it on the active. Okay, well, we have the knockout. Okay, that's the one nice thing is we have the knockout. Well, what the hell? The deck plays 16 total energy. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so like there's not much left, and there's probably a few in the prizes. Interesting that they're loading up the Fez, because the Fez can snipe the Psyduck. And what's the one card you absolutely can't prize against a stall deck? You'll never guess. Did we prize it? Of course we prized it. It was Turo's scenario. Yeah, I think Legacy Energy over Survival Brace. Oh my god. Quit being so annoying. I mean, are they going to do anything? There's a lively stadium. That's not it. Because remember, Kangaskhan has 330 hit points. Oh, this is going to be so satisfying if they don't get a Bouffalont down. If they are unable to get a Bouffalont down, then we're just knocking that dude out in that game. And then stupid stall deck players. So I didn't face a stall deck in Master League at all the previous ranked ladder. So then, of course, what happens as soon as we get bumped down to Great League? Stall decks, baby. Stall decks as far as the eye can see. And then boss's orders. There you go. Number one. I beat off stall players for fun. I beat them off until they can't handle, they can't run any more errands. Yeah, we prized Turo and a Vileplume and all the things. So I think you saw how bad grass decks still are for me. Even when you play 4 Bug Catching Set and 4 Dawn, when they hit their damn the 3 freaking crushing him, prize and Turo, ugh. Okay, so we're gonna play another one. We're going again with this one, and then we're gonna switch to the one that has more Vileplume. Ironically, their name is Prime Petal. I'm Optimus Prime, they are Prime Petal. Okay, they would have flipped heads because they don't know about the trick. So remember, I said we needed to go first, and then we went second. We're gonna go first again this time. Are we about to be punished? My deck is still evolving. Okay, currently we're not punished. We will be punished shortly. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Oh man, 4 Dawn, 4 Bug Catching Set. Oh, this is even better. Okay. As bad of a start as this is, I can, maybe do some things next turn. BDCGL will have to cooperate, but I chose to go first because we have 3 Ogerpon and 4 Bug Catching Set and 16 energy. You son of a gun. And I just assumed, oh, we're going to have a decent start with this deck because an extra turn, wow. Somehow this hand is worse. A decent turn would be good. Are they going to have to waste their Luminous? Oh, I don't think they believe they got it. Or that they don't think that I got it. They know that I got it. Damn it. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a Meganium this turn while under item lock. Oh yeah, and here's the fart effect. For the first time, the world first, even though it's 2 days old, here's the fart effect. Remember, I've experienced the deck select glitch multiple times today already, and this is what they spend their time on, is adding fart effects to your items. And that's really cool. Yes, I really like how there's an effect on them, making it seem like it's playable, but it's not. Okay, well, there's an Oddish. That's about to be destroyed. And then end turn. Okay, so we didn't get Force of Vitality. I can potentially Gloom into the Regigigas and do things there. But the fact that we started the Regi is really, really bad. Ooh, there's a Turo. Wait, hang on. Does that mean I can do things? So if I Turo the Regi... Nishi, thank you for the sub. Okay, so I think we go Gloom first. What? What? Did we just hit 2 energy off of a Gloom? That doesn't happen. That never happens. Okay, so let's go Dawn for Chikorita, Vileplume, and I guess a Bayleaf? Yeah, see, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm ruling the skies here. I mean, we are about to lose our Regigigas because they're going to do all the things, but Regigigas is going to be the game wrecker here. You know, it's like how I'm a home wrecker because Mistress Paddlebottom apparently was married and then she fell in love with me, and apparently that's a no-no in her industry. So I'm a home wrecker, but this is going to be a game wrecker and a, you know, which is ironic because Mistress Paddlebottom, her nickname is Jewel Breaker. Okay. But yeah, Ruckman, why does it have a body odor? Because I was under item lock, and that's the cool thing that they're doing these days. You know, kids these days don't understand how cool TCG Live is with its fun effects and stuff. Actually, I guess I should get an Oddish. All right, then we go bug catching set, get the energy. And yeah, I mean, I think we're fine. Like, I don't feel bad for them whatsoever. You might be thinking, oh, you only won this game because your opponent sucked a butt. And it's like, well, look at their discard pile. They prioritized the wrong things. Right? What was their turn? I know they played with their balls at some point. Ah, see, that's why I didn't attach an energy. Because I knew they'd try to do this. So when did they play with their balls? Oh, I gotta go all the way back because it reset itself. So there we go. See, they played with their balls and they got rid of a Lilies to find a Badoo. So they were more interested in finding Badoo to item lock me than they were, you know, playing the game. But joke's on them, I have nothing in my hand. Nothing on my back. All right, and if this fails, don't worry. I got another one. Wouldn't it be cool if I had another way to find energy, if I had a way to look at the top 8 cards of my deck? Wouldn't that be awesome? Sure, you can get it. So this was just utter domination. This was like when I dress up in a Miltank costume and Mistress Paddlebottom does some things. That was utter domination. But you got to see the farting effect, which is so stupid. It also affects your opponent's hand. But unlike, you know, your hand where only your items are affected by the Badoo farting, your entire opponent's hand, so your entire hand for your opponent has the fart effect. And it's as dumb as you think it is, because it's like their hand can't play items, but their hand might not have any items, yet they still do the thing. All right. Oh, I guess I could have just done the thing, but I'll just retreat and break their spirit. You know, I can break their jewels or I can break their spirit. I want to break their spirit. So we're making a comeback. We're coming back. We're coming hard. All over their back. It's going to be great. So win-loss counter. I did win the previous game. It was against this Kangaskhan stall deck. I don't know if that's going to make it in the YouTube video because, as you can imagine, stall decks suck. But, oh god, not 1 out of 2. We're 2-4 now after I fixed the list because 4 Force of Vitality is too much. I just ended up with hands full of it. Regigigas is absolutely goated against Dragapult, but of course you don't want to start it. I've experienced the deck select glitch. This is my first game since the patch on Tuesday. I've experienced it twice, but no, the Badoo farting effect, that's way more important. Yeah, they knew. All right, so let's go for 3. So yeah, I don't know why they got rid of the lilies. Like, you don't prioritize getting rid of Lily to Badoo item lock me, getting rid of a Luminous in the process. Okay, so this is the 3 Vileplume list, and this is curses toilet paper. Clearly they have a bidet if they're cursing toilet paper. All right, TOFTP. But yeah, Rockman, thank you again for the 5 gifted. If things hold, oh, hello. If things hold the way they held, we're going to be doing an Among Us stream next week, and I will co-stream on the VOD channel on YouTube. And just because I don't know how that's going to go, like, I just want to get it out of the way just to see how it all boofalants out. This is why you go first with this deck, okay? I stand by it. I stand by choosing to go first. Give me some energy, baby. Okay, that's not energy, but that is a Tapu Bulu. All right, so in this situation, I don't think it matters. In this situation, I don't think it matters. So I think we just do that end turn. Going first really didn't do a whole lot, but I do like going first because, you know, the turn after they do their first turn, I can use Forest of Vitality. I will never actually find Forest of Vitality, but like it's all in the hips. Oh god, this is Gardevoir, isn't it? Oh no. Aside from that Kangaskhan stall deck, I really haven't seen any good variety. Like, this person is not in Great League yet. They are in Poke League with Weird Al Yankovic. Okay. So they have a 170. I'm at like a 250 or whatever after a couple wins. I thought there'd just be a little bit more variety. I want to see some spice. Curses toilet paper. Like, is this Gardevoir with Citra Box? What is this? Well, that tells me nothing. It tells me that they have single prize Pokemon. And yes, as a reminder, the stream next week, if I can figure it out, it will be on the VODs channel. It is Brawl Gardevoir. Okay. It will be on the VODs channel. It will not be on the main channel because I know I'm not going to make a video out of it. Like, it's going to be Among Us and then just a couple other crappy decks. The good news is it looks like they're going to bait themselves. You know, usually it's me who does the baiting, but it looks like they're going to bait themselves. Oh, no. Wait, why didn't... You had 4 energy. Okay, not what I was expecting. You know, usually when somebody has 4 energy, they don't just give up on life. Okay, so Gloom first, because we can potentially just knock out this Mew nakedly. That's good. I don't think I want to have the 3rd Ogerpon down, right? I just want to try to find a Forest of Vitality and some good evolutions. So, of course, we found none of those things. But we did find the Meganium, which is great. So there's Forest of Vitality. I don't think I'm taking a knockout. Oh, we are. Oh, my God. Get absolutely wrecked, Guardy. Okay. I mean, I got nothing going on for next turn, but we are drawing 2 cards. Right? Who needs a good hand when you just draw 2 cards off the prizes? And what if you also just get 2 energy off the prizes? I mean, like, the decks haven't been different, but I think, like, some of the gameplay... Where's my cheat sheet? We don't need a cheat sheet. We're just going on vibes today, Dr. Pelipper. Do they think that Bravery Charm is going to save them? You know, but I guess we've seen some questionable decisions. That Dragapult game, they got rid of their lilies to prioritize item lock, because I guess they really wanted to see that farting effect. And then this game, they got rid of 4 energy to not use TM Evolution. Okay, well, they did just get a Guardy, which is really good. But nothing I've seen so far makes me think they have Monkey Dory in the deck. So they're going to hurt their Gardevoir. They could attack with the Mew this turn, but if they attack with the Mew, that's not great. I think they have to use a single prize attacker. That they have to go... Oh, they do have a Monkey. So that's not great. That's a little concerning, especially if they get a Darkness Energy. Oh, there's a Fez. Okay, so they got everything. Mew first. Yep, Mew first, then Fez. Unless they have a Psychic Energy in their hand, then they should discard that for Mystery Garden or play with their balls. Okay. This is fine. So I think we're okay. Right? Because I can knock out the Gardevoir, right? Because they'll put damage on the Gardevoir. They can maybe heal 30 from it. They can't heal 60. But if I only have 2 energy on the Ogerpon, that's really, really bad. So I might have to go put both Ogerpon down. Looks like they whiffed the Darkness. Okay. Oh, they're going for the Mew. Okay. That's easier to knock out. I think that guarantees I'm going to take a knockout. And then if I can just manufacture a Briar, we're totally fine. But, oh god, I got to do math again. Okay, so we're going to have an Ogerpon. I know we have the knockout on the Mew. We 100% for surely have the knockout on the Mew. I Teal Dance. I manually attach. The Gardevoir has no energy, so we 100% cannot knock out the Mew. The question is, do I go for the Fezandipity? Because it feels like the Fez is a big problem. Okay, let's do this first. You Teal Dance first, because you never know. I love how you have to manually select that. Okay, okay. That's not necessarily what I want. What I really, really want. But it's not the worst thing I could get. Okay, so let's go for Gloom, Ogerpon, Vileplume. We have a bosses. Oh, we don't have Briar. I assume it's in the deck. I thought I added a Briar to the deck. Okay, then let's go Bug Catching Set. Just get the Pokemon out of there. Great. And Gloom goes down. This could go really bad, though. This could... Oh, what the hell? Okay, was not expecting that. 1, 2 there. And... yeah? I guess I'll Teal Dance to this guy. There's a Survival Brace. I mean, the Survival Brace doesn't really matter, let's be completely honest. Survival Brace doesn't really matter. But I guess we go Survival Brace there. If I put the Chikorita down... which is more important, the Chikorita or the Teal Mask Ogerpon? Chikorita... No, because if they go for the Meganium, that's fine. Yeah, if they go for the Meganium, go for the Meganium. I don't care, go for the Meganium. If they decide to knock out the Meganium, I still have a ton of energy on the field, and I can at least attack. Okay, maybe 3 Vileplume's a little much. So the previous list was 2 Vileplume. This is 3 Vileplume. It's more or less to get around prizing issues, but I think I'd rather just have like a 3-2-2 or a 3-3-2 line of Vileplume plus a Turo scenario instead of like 3-3-3. Because Vileplume does kind of gum up your hand, and that's a little excessive. I was just about to say, as long as they don't INO me, we're totally fine. Well, I feel like I put a Briar in the deck. We just haven't found it. Okay, that's bad. Because, I mean, they knock out the Ogerpon this turn. I don't have a way of doing the thing. I can knock out the Screamtail. You know, maybe they'll forget that Terras have built-in bench barriers, but I think it's almost guaranteed that they're going to have a really good turn. And then next turn, they're just going to be able to do all the things. So they knock out the Ogerpon. Maybe they decide to target Meganium because they're a crazy person. But, you know, you think you'd be churning through your deck a little bit more. I still have 31 cards left. And it's like, I wasn't being stingy. What's interesting is that they don't have a knockout on my Ogerpon. If they had, obviously, if they had 2 Monkey Dory with Darkness Energy, then they would. But I wonder if they're gonna go autopilot, put 3 damage on. Oh, they still couldn't even knock out the benched Ogerpon. So they can't knock out my active Ogerpon. They can knock out the Gloom next turn. So I think they just lost the game because they're gonna need all the. Oh, but then they're gonna do all the things. Oh, they got my Meganium. Okay, so that's fine. I think we're okay. The question is, do I go for Dawn or do I just use Lilies here? Because if I use Dawn, that gets me a Vileplume. That puts this guy out of range. I cannot. I think I have to. I think I have to go and get the Vileplume. Probably not the Oddish. I guess these guys. So we definitely evolve you. And then we use Fully Blooming. Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? Didn't a Gloom get us 2 energy? There's like 7 energy in the deck. Okay, love that. You know, that's great. That's great. Having so much fun right now. We're about to get Ino down to 1. How do you look at the top 8 and you get nothing? You're useless, Vileplume. Well, we would have won this game. Okay, that's what I choose to say. We would have won this game, but PDCGL decided it was going to have a laugh at my expense. And they grabbed a Mega Diancie. Okay, so Mega Diancie takes the KO. They have to put 2 energy on it. I'm sure they'll Monkey Dory and do some things. So they have to Monkey Dory my active Ogerpon. And then I have to do all of the things. We have to get all of our energy. We have to do all of the things. If I can, even if I top deck a bosses, that doesn't win us the game. So that's not going to help. I think this just went from a YouTube game to a VOD exclusive game because this one's a bit painful. Okay, so I have to go. We have to Lilies next turn. Hopefully they don't Ino me again because that'd be very bad. Dio Nice Ass, thank you for the sub. I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to be over 100 for next week, and I have to do the Among Us stream, and I'm not looking forward to that. But it will be potentially my first ever stream on YouTube. Alongside, they Ino'd me, damn it. So I think I'll cut of, but then it's just basically the other list, right? I think we need a Prime Catcher over a Survival Brace. I think we need just good cards, right? Because Gust has cost me this game. Ino has cost me this game. You know, a Mew EX seems like it'd be really good. I could cut an Ogerpon to make room for Mew EX. We can put in Turo's Scenario. We just need ways to draw cards. That's about all it is. Just as long as I can draw cards, I can win the game. Who knew? Well, Forest of Vitality doesn't get it for us. Right? For Forest of Vitality to win us this game, I would have to Dawn for Meganium, but then we don't have anything. So this is why you need Pheasantipity, right? Dawn can get Pheasantipity. You know, a Bosses doesn't win it. Like, look at their timer, right? They're under 10 minutes, and they're going to be at like 8 minutes left by the time they win this game. This is just Gardevoir. You know, there's nothing worse than a Gardevoir player who thinks about their actions, because it makes games go from 20 minutes to 25 minutes. And that's not fun. All right, so they only won because they got better cards than me. And also, we didn't get a single energy off of a Vileplume, even though there should be 7. This will be an energy, by the way. Oh, man, this game. Okay, well, if this is, yep, I guess we go get a Vileplume. Is there a counter catcher? Of course not. Of course not. We had so much energy in the deck. So let's go for Chikorita Bayleaf. And then we have to Vileplume. If we get 6 energy and then we draw... That was still physically impossible. I couldn't select the second energy. That wasn't a misclick. I literally could not select the second energy. And there's a Gloom. Yeah, you don't need... Yeah, this is... Yeah, that's another loss. All right, we're identifying the issues. And the issues are PDCGL. You know, this is like... That was like the 3rd or 4th time this stream... No, why can we not decline them, right? And I didn't mean to click on the toes, but that's nice. Nice. Look at them. Look how much effort they put into making those toes look... You can't even tell that there's nails. I think the nails are just an extra flap of skin. That's how detailed they are. All right, so we want Mew EX. We want Fez. Yeah, but not those issues. Those issues are too difficult to fix. And we want to cut a Vileplume. So we have Energy Recycler. God, we don't need stupid Survival Brace. We want Prime Catcher in this deck. Prime Catcher, cut a Forest of Vitality. And then I think, like, a Super Rod or something. Yeah, let's go Super Rod. There we go. And then, no, we want a Turo Scenario. We want a Scenario as well. We want a Turo Scenario. So we have that. Vileplume. I mean, Badoo doesn't seem great in this deck. Right? It doesn't seem awesome. But it can buy you that turn you need. But, like, what are the odds we actually get it? No, we're not going to... Badoo is stupid. I don't want to show off their stupid visual effect. Yeah, Mad Panda, the update this past week was to fix the issues they introduced with the previous 2 updates. It wasn't to make the game playable. It was to fix the issues they introduced. Because, again, that's the circle of live. They release an update. The update breaks things. They have to release an update to fix the things they broke. And then instead of adding new features or fixing major things... Oh, yeah, the deck select glitch, that's been going on for 3 years. But it's just, again, it's the circle of live. Just been going on forever. They decide to go first. As long as they're not playing a donk deck, we'll be fine. All right, so I'm still 2-5, right? Hey, okay, this will be in the YouTube video. Everyone be on your best behavior. This is going to be on the YouTube video, and let me guess, they're playing with their balls. Oh, and the Palkia, yes, you mentioned Palkia. I don't know. I haven't checked it. I should probably check it. It's on my list of things to check, because I'm Santa Claus. All right, well, I will definitely put this in the YouTube video. And Maruda, thank you for the sub. We're going to get that stupid stream next week. I guarantee it. You're going to like the way you smell. I guarantee it. Well, this will be in the YouTube video irregardvoir, because we are doing a mirror match. I'm assuming they're not going to have the Vileplume, though. That would be a little too crazy. So, I mean, I can... You know what? I think we'd go for Dawn. Right? I think we just prep the Dawn play here. What's in my hand? We got Bayleaf. Oh, God. So they fixed the terrestrialization issue, but they didn't fix whatever the hell that issue is called. You know, we're going to release an update to fix the terrestrialization issue. Okay, cool. And you're going to fix other issues as well, right? No. Don't be stupid. We're not going to fix... We're going to replace it with something. We're going to fix the issue where random cards in your deck terrestrialize, but we're going to replace it with an issue where random cards in your deck evolvify. God, this game is great. They add a fart effect. They fix the terrestrialization issue. They fix the card bleed, but they introduce evolution glitches, and apparently the deck select glitch is even worse than before. And right away, the Prime Catcher is paying dividends, though, to be fair, if this was a survival brace, we'd probably benefit more from that, especially in this specific matchup. But, like, I mean, come on. We can all agree that grass decks are horrible, especially decks with Venusaur in them. Like, I took out the Venusaur. And Gordroth, that's what we've been saying for 4 years. It wasn't just that they had to, you know, fix the game. It's that they had to take the game offline and rework everything. That was it. It wasn't just, oh, you know, your game's slightly broken. Please take the time to fix it. It's no. Everything in your game is broken. You have to fix everything. Please put the Forest of Vitality into play. Because I went down to 3 Forest of Vitality. But I'm pretty confident that I can win this game. The question is... do I believe in the heart of the cards? Because I don't want to waste the Prime Catcher unless I know I'm taking a knockout of a Teal Mask Ogerpon. Okay, so that's... okay, well, I think that's it, all right? I think that's it. That's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So I need one more. And this will do it. If you get me one Energy Gloom, I will... you're the MVP of this game. Oh, I want you to MVP on me. All right, so there we go. It kind of sucks that I have to overload this Teal Mask Ogerpon when I know we're going to force the Vitality, like, at any point. Literally, any point in the near future, we're going to get forced the Vitality into play. Either they're going to do it or me. Just double check. Math, yes. So, that's cool. Now the question becomes, what are you doing? This was going to be a fun game. Oh my God. See, the Prime Catcher. I took out the survival race, put in the Prime Catcher. And YouTube audience, I'm going to leave this in here just to show you that I am the best Teal Mask Ogerpon player. And this is why you don't play Mega Venusaur. You take out the Mega Venusaur, you put in Vileplume, and you force other inferior grass decks to concede. God, just play the game. Have a little bit of faith in your grass deck. But yeah, they realized whoever takes the first 2 prize KO just kind of wins. So there was no reason to stick around. All right, Mars Agnes. All right, I will go first because I believe. So Mars Agnes, we're playing the 3 Vileplume. So I'll play one more with the 3 Vileplume, and then we'll move on to the... oh, dear God. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. We literally have whatever we want next turn. Oh, crap. I don't play Psyduck. Because there's no way to find... well, I guess you can play the Psyduck. Yeah, why don't I play Psyduck? Get it with the Dawn. Why don't I play Psyduck? You can get it with the freaking Dawn. Okay, so I think Psyduck should be in the deck. You know, my thumbs up is to get you to play a little bit faster because you're playing slow. All right, so here we go. Okay, good. This is why you go first. I've been saying it for years. This is why you go first with Teal Mask Ogerpon, Vileplume, Meganium. The only issue is I want to be able to knock out this Kangaskhan, and I don't know if I can. But I think if I just attach to the Teal Mask Ogerpon, we'll be okay. But the Forest of Vitality, there's no way. There's not a chance in hell they are going to Io me. This is like the perfect hand for this deck right now. Depending. Depending. You know, it's just, I have to choose. Do I go for a Vileplume and hope, or do I go for the guaranteed Meganium? Really, bro? You're going to blow me like that? I don't think... Oh, they're going to... Okay. All right. Well, see, Dawn actually being useful for once in life. So we 100% go and get Meganium in this situation. We knock out the Badoo. We know that they have Lopunny and Kangaskhan and Dusknoir. I don't play Psyduck because that would make too much sense. I don't know why Japanese players have just shied away from playing Psyduck, but this is where I got the inspiration for this deck, where I just, you know, copy and pasted. But I guess that's just what they're doing. And none of the cards in my hand are going to be farting, which is nice. And again, this is why you don't play Survival Brace. Why don't you play Survival Brace? Because this happens. And hey, we didn't get the card select glitch. We can actually play our hand. Surprisingly, that's not been happening this stream. All right, so there, and there. Let's go Teal Dance. Attach to you. There's another Oddish. Okay, so because the Oddish have 60 hit points, which is great, we can do this. I think I hold the hand, right? Because we don't know what they're going to do. They could have the craziest turn. They could go for both my Oddish. They could go for Groundhog Day. Get it? Because Gopher. They could Gopher. Wait, is it? Well, it's a Groundhog. Why did I say go? Never mind. You know who'd be perfect to star in a Groundhog Day remake? Portia Doubleday. Get it? Groundhog Day. Portia Doubleday. Never mind. They're going to go to the grocery store and run some errands. They don't have a little bunny, though. Couldn't they have gotten a bunny? Like, did they prioritize the Badoo last turn? What was their turn? So they got a bunny and a Badoo. They bundled. No, they haven't played with their balls. Oh, no, they did play with their balls. And they got a Duskull instead of a Lopunny? Oh, God. Okay. I mean, if you want to give me a prize, I'll take it. Because you don't got much else going on. And they have to think, like, oh, I should probably use the Dusknoir, because there's always a chance that... Oh, you don't think I can get 2 energy on that Meganium? I literally actually just need 1 energy on that Meganium. Okay, well, that's interesting. I have options. But the problem, if I use the Turo, I think the Turo makes the most sense. You know, I was weighing the options, and I think in that particular situation, the Turo makes more sense. Like, I know I should probably save the Turo for when they do things with Dusknoir, but I think it's pretty likely that they just, you know, use the Dusknoir to take a knockout. I mean, the Gloom, let's be real, it only looked at 3. Okay, I'm not disappointed when Gloom whiffs. I'm disappointed when Vileplume whiffs. All right. And the reason that I evolved into Gloom that turn is because what if they Iono me and I get a Vileplume? Then I can, you know, use the Vileplume. But they could have a really crazy turn where they just go Lopunny, knock out my Ogerpon, Dusknoir, knock out my Ogerpon on the bench, and then just be like, I'm believing in the heart of the cards. But if they pop one of their Dust Boys, I'm just a Mega Lopunny away from winning. Oh, we got this. I think we so got this one. Who needs Psyduck when you can just win in 3 turns? All right, they have 1 energy attached to them. I'm just going to put all of my energy on the Ogerpon. Okay, they went for the Gloom. That's fine. Because now all I have to do is just knock out one 3-prizer. But this is going to be a little tough because they're obviously knocking out my active Ogerpon. I don't, as long as they can't take a 3-prize turn, which they can. So I have to evolve that Oddish into a Vileplume because I believe the Vileplume, please tell me it has more than 130 hit points. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, is that, I think that's perfect. Okay, it has 140 hit points. This could be really good for us. Okay, so if I Iono them, I think that's great. Right? So we'll go Teal Dance to each of you. Yeah, let's see what we get just in case. But I think if I Iono them, that's our best chance of winning. Ooh, hello. So how much we're doing? We're doing 150. Actually, if I attach that energy, is that a knockout? Wait, do we? Okay, I'm gonna hang. Oh, we don't have a bay leaf. Okay, so then we go for you. We go for the Fez. We don't have a stupid bay leaf. Damn you, bay leaf. All right, so let's go for Gloom Vileplume. And then let's just try to win right now, baby. Let's just go for game right now. Let's just overload this Ogerpon with all the energy in the world. Here we go. Here we go. It's not going to work out at all in our favor, but we're doing it anyway. We were so close. We were so close to a win. Oh my god, we're 1 energy short. I don't think there's anything I can do. I don't think the Fez is going to do it because there's no energy switch and there's an energy recycler. All right, so we attach to you. I guess I Ogerpon for more. I guess we just keep going for more. Okay, well, we're gonna give them a golden shower and see what they got. So if they get double Dust Noir, I think they win, right? Because they would go double Dust Noir. They would, oh, they got it. They absolutely got it. I knew I should have Iono'd, but I didn't think they were just gonna have it all like that. Whoa, what the? Why was that so fast? Wait, did they just screw up? Because I can send up my Vileplume. If they... Wait, did they screw up? Because they could have gone double Dust Noir, knock out the Ogerpon on the bench. I mean, I'm sure they have a Gust card. Yeah, as long as they have a counter catcher, they're going to be fine. But otherwise, I just send up my Vileplume. Yeah, should have Iono'd them. You know, in retrospect, probably should have used Iono. But I just thought, you know, there was no way they were going to get everything. And instead, they ended up getting everything. So they're just going to go bosses, take the knockout, retreat, bosses, game, or counter catcher, or enriching energies, their ace spec, so no prime catcher. Wait, did they? I think they might have made an oopsie. I think they made a slight oopsie. There's an Ursa. Wait, there's an Ursa Luna. I think they screwed up. So they had to, I mean, I thought they had a Gust card. That's why they did that. But let this be a lesson to all of you watching this. Why are they doing things? Let this be a lesson to all of you watching this video. Never doubt your pilot, though we're still probably going to lose because, yeah, I can't retreat the Vileplume. You know, I can't actually retreat the Vileplume. I should have put an energy on it, expecting that, you know, they just get too mystified. You know, they just get too mystified in the aura of Trust Your Pilot. And, you know, I'd be aura farming or whatever the kids say. Okay, so that's not great. So actually, I know we have a Chikorita, so I guess I send in an energy just in case. And then we fail to get anything good. Oh, hang on. I guess I put the Regigigas down, but we're still probably going to lose, which is awesome. So I guess I don't put the Regigigas down if I'm thinking we're just going to lose. All right, so attach to you and end turn. But what if they Iono me? So the reason I did that is in case they Iono me, I can potentially draw cards with Ogerpon. And also, I would like to draw an energy. Oh my god, of course they just got the stupid bosses. Okay, so we're playing one more with this list. And then we're gonna hate life. And also, they didn't get rid of the balloons because the balloon festival is still going on. Why just let me not? No. Let me not let them send things. All right. Meet your rut. They're going to choose to go second. Oh, wait, I chose that. Sure, let's go first. You know, nothing bad ever happens when you choose to go first. All right, I'm just going to send the Mew down because this is a terrible start. This is a terrible start. Yeah, I don't know why TCG Live. They introduced the option to send a friend request at the end of a game. No option to look at their deck list. But there's no way to prevent them. And Milky, that's okay. PDCGL hates me. All right, so let's go there. That's fine. And then end turn. But I'm just raging because... Uh-oh. Because PDCGO should give you the option to turn off the ability for people to send you friend requests. Because on PDCGO, you could turn off the option for people to see your deck list, which probably takes a lot more effort. But it's like they add the ability to send a friend request to people, but they don't give you the ability to stop people from sending the friend request. So your inbox can just be overloaded with people sending you friend requests. And it's like, why don't you allow us to forego that? That would be nice. Okay, so this is actually a situation where I might be able to copy Golden Go and knock out the Golden Go, because I only need, what, 6 energy in hand? Of course, they hit me with the raw catcher with the Sol Rock on my Oddish. I thought that Oddish was safe on the bench. I couldn't have been more wrong. All right, can we get an Ogerpon? I'm not quite sure what I can do. There's a Dawn. Okay, so if I attach to the Ogerpon, because Golden Go is very difficult to knock out. Yeah, I think we just lose. Man, I thought this deck would do so much better. But I'll check the list one more time. But I don't think there's much that I can do to, like, fix it. It just seems like maybe Vileplume is too much, because we'll play lists without Vileplume to see if that changes anything. And if just, you know, the good old energy switch build is the way to go. But this is rough. You know, finding basics is really tough. It's like you'd rather have Buddy Puff him, but, you know, why can't Bug Catching Set work? You know, you think drawing several cards a turn with your Ogerpon is good, but then it never works out. You know, it's like my, I'm trying to think of a joke about people not working out. It's like me after I broke my back trying to lick my toes. I couldn't, it just doesn't work out. It couldn't work out anymore. Yeah, Milky, if you're still here, yeah, it was just double Dust Noir, a bench to Ogerpon, and then obviously take the knockout with Lopunny, but it's fine. You know, I've lost enough games today. I'm used to it. I'm sad inside anyway. Okay, they're playing the slap one. They want to slap me. They're gonna give me a golden shower. Yeah, I call it the Silver Surfer because it's like I understand it's a gold Pokemon, but it's the Silver Surfer because it's a metal type and metal types are silver. That's why I said Silver Surfer. And also because you need to come up with nicknames for Pokemon. That's my nickname. Okay, there's a Reggie that's completely useless. And I guess I just Teal Dance and hope that this is like a Forest of Vitality. Okay, that's an Oddish. It doesn't really help. Oh god, I guess I got to put the Regigatus down just to take a card out of my deck. Wow. Okay. That's cool. Oh man, this might be a VOD exclusive. You know, I thought we were going to be winning multiple games today, just putting a ton of energy into play. This might end up being a VOD exclusive right here. I'm just going to get the preemptive L in there. The preemptive L. Because the wins weren't very good, right? There was that Kangaskhan stall that was super boring. There was the Dragapult that never did anything. And then there was the Venusaur deck that sucked as hard as a Venusaur deck normally sucks. So for Saturday, no Mega Venusaur. So for Saturday, I'm thinking of doing the new Reshiram. So it's 4 fire, 240 damage. You play it with the Armor Rouge, the Armor Road deck. Video Game House, PDCGL is sucking. And also there's these streamers who I keep raiding and they never raid me back. Even though my schedule is at the bottom of my stream and they're clearly able to raid me on days that they're watching the stream, but they just never do. It's really unfortunate. I think you could stream earlier, Video Game House. You're going lice. All right, let's just okay. You win. You win, Michirat. You win. Okay, stop it. I'm already dead. Please. And Video Game House, I can only assume the spelling errors are due to the fact that you're typing with your toes, and I will allow that. I'm going to be doing a YouTube stream next week as well, so it'll be a super special week. All right, so Louise Torm at 158. It'll be an early Christmas gift. Do we give me an early Christmas gift of one raid to match the 7,000 I've given you? Little do they know that I want to go first. Again, my deck is evolving. What was your suggestion? Okay. That's cool. And ABC, I thank you. Okay, I guess I play with my balls. So that's a Mega Diancie. That's unfortunate. So Mega Diancie, I can't knock out with anybody cool. I guess I just get the Genesect. And we just try to do Genesect things. Because remember, I can snipe the bench. So if they're not careful, I can just snipe their entire butt. And I think it's worth it to waste an energy here. Because there's 4 energy switch in the deck. This is the Genesect build. So there's no more Vileplume. I think it's worth it to use the bug catching set to see if we get a grass energy, which we did. And I might be able to do several things next turn. Pretty sure streaming your tube is against TOS. Hey, not if it's educational. If someone can give birth live on stream, I can stream my tube. Oh, goody, it's Gardevoir. So you might be looking at that win-loss record and being like, oh, this deck sucks. I cut out the Vileplume. You know, I can get away with this playing a non-Vileplume version because there's a Genesect. So technically it's new. And also I never played Meganium Ogerpon during the Mega Evolution base set era. Somebody gave birth on stream on Twitch because it was educational or whatever. Okay, they did the smart thing and they didn't limit themselves to 1 Ralts, but I can knock out a Monkey Dory, and there's a Frillish. Well, joke's on you. I got all the things I need, and you're going to have a Lilies in that hand. Oh my god. All right, this is rough. If they'd only had 1 Ralts, we'd be able to buy ourselves a lot of time. There's a Monkey Dory, so if I put 3 energy on the Genesect, that is a knockout. I will need Meganium in play as well, but that will be a knockout. Thing is, if I hit the dude... Oh, I can't. I was going to say... Oh, no, we're not item locked. I was going to say. All right, we probably want to... Actually, I should probably hold back on that. Now, the question is, who is the biggest threat? Wow, this is a terrible hand. Wow, this is actually a horrible hand. Okay, I guess we get rid of Bayleaf and Night Stretcher. We go for the Meganium. Okay, and then... Yep, my Ultra Ball is evolving. Great. And I mean, I don't think it's worth it to waste the energy switch. But... yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Because they're just going to be able to Garland Ray. Right? They can literally just attach a Psychic and knock out my Ogerpon. Obviously, they might prioritize retreating into Frillish, but then we have the bosses, which would be great. If they don't get a Gardevoir this turn, I think we win. Yeah, the Jellicent is fine. It's as long as they don't get a Gardevoir this turn. Oh, crap. They're going to get Rare Candy and Bravery Charm or something stupid. But I will have access... Ooh, okay. And also, can we talk about how insane it is that Mega Diancie has a 1 retreat cost? How does this thing have a 1 retreat? It's literally like made of diamonds. It's made of diamonds and has a 1 retreat cost? Jellicent's a freaking jellyfish. Those things like just float on the water and that has a 3 retreat. Oh crap, they definitely got it. They definitely got the rare candy. But do they have any... Oh my god. How did they just get a raw Guardy? Okay, but as long as they don't have a darkness energy, we're fine. Right, and I guess if they might get greedy and go to the Jellicent. Well, I guess it's not greedy because they're like, well, I don't want to lose my Mega Diancie. Ample sample text. But then that would invalidate me being annoying and complaining about something. All right, when they use Judy Garland Ray, they get rid of all the things. That's fine. But yeah, the fact that we were able to go first. Going first. When you're facing off against Gardevoir, going first is really good if they start a Mega Diancie and can't do anything with it. All right. I'm happy. I'm happy with what happened here. We're still probably going to lose. But this is the turnaround. I think Vileplume is just asking too much. It's the same problem that happened with Mega Venusaur, is that you need 2 stage 2s, and the deck just always fails to get you what you need. So how about instead of 2 stage 2s, we have, the Meganium and then just a bunch of energy switches, and we use Ogerpon's ability and just say, we're not going to have the craziest turns, but I whiffed Gloom and Vileplume so much, it's not... Oh, crap. Okay, well, sure. Let's Pokegear. Get a Lilies, that's great. Now the question is, do I play with my Rod? Huh. I mean, I have to guarantee the knockout. I don't necessarily want to play with my Rod after especially just losing the card that I need. But if I don't take the knockout, we lose the game. And even if I do take the knockout, we still probably lose the game. Even if I do take the knockout, we still probably lose the game. All right, so that's 120, so that is a knockout. I have to do this, and then we'll do the 6. There's a bug catching set. I don't think that's useful right now. So we just go Lilies, then hopefully we just win, right? So that'll go into play. Pheasantipity will go into play. We have a bunch of energy switches. The problem, of course, now is going to be Jellicent. So they're going to shut off our items, which is bad. Okay. There's the bosses. Great. Bug catching set. Let's get out an Ogerpon. Okay, so if I attach to the active and they put, let's say they put 2 energy on the Jellicent, that is a knockout on the Jellicent. And if I can find, and then if they take a knockout on one of my dudes, then we're totally fine. What if they, okay, so they don't have a darkness energy, 160. Okay, so I think we're fine. I think we're gonna survive next turn. Right, if they Iono me, I think we're gonna survive. We do have Briar, so if they try to get cute with Jellicent or something, we can Briar and knock them out. And just win the game, because they'll be down to 2 prizes. But obviously, Monkey Dory muddies the waters. Genesect potentially wins us this game, because I can knock out a Monkey Dory or something. And there's the darkness energy. Okay, so I still feel like they're going to attack with Jellicent. They played Secret Box. I can't remember which supporter they went and got. Probably I know if I had to guess. But, the sideboard disappears when you do things. All right, so they grabbed... Oh, wait, they discarded Iono, De-Evolution, grabbed Lily's Artisan, Evolution, Earthen Vessel. Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't really need De-Evolution in this matchup. But wouldn't it be hilarious if they forgot? If they forgot and they went for a Teal Mask Ogerpon? I highly doubt that. But they're most likely going to go for the Meganium. That's fine, though, right? Because what does Genesect do? To one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it doesn't specify bench Pokemon. Sometimes for snipe attacks, it specifies bench Pokemon. Wait, are they just going for the... There's no way they're going for a Guardy KO, right? There's absolutely no shot they're just going to Guardy KO. But they put 3 energy on it. Oh my god! Okay. Okay, I guess I definitely need an Iono if we're gonna win. But what if I go up with Genesect? Does that do anything? I would still need 3 energy on it. We have 2 energy switches, but there's no guarantee that I get an Iono. Okay, that helps. Yeah, like if I can just get Briar, we win. So let's thin out the deck as much as humanly possible and also alienly possible. There's a Chikorita. Briar's not in the deck. Is Briar prized? I'm pretty sure Briar's in the list. Oh my god, did we seriously just prize Briar? Okay, so we have to get an Ino. There's one in there. If I put the Chikorita down, I don't think we lose because of that. I do have to thin the deck. That's very important. I want to Force the Vitality. Go get a Bayleaf. We want to get rid of that and that. Go get the Bayleaf. Again, we're thinning the deck. Okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We just have to get as deep down into the deck as possible. Oh god, we're gonna send all of our supporters to the bottom too, aren't we? Oh god, all the supporters are going down to the bottom too. Okay. Oh crap. That's not good. Okay, well, Pheasantipity, I choose you. Okay, bug catching set. 2 energy. Okay, we're gonna look at 7. So we're gonna look at more than half of the deck. One of these has to be the Ino. Why? Why would you do this to me? Okay, then it has to be a retreat. It has to be a retreat. And what do I so yeah, I retreat, go into the Jenny, manually attach, energy switch from you to you. I mean, I guess technically I can knock out the Monkey Dory, but I think what I do is I energy switch here. Okay, no, I got a plan. Don't you worry. I got the greatest plan in the history of the world right now. Watch this drive. Watch this. And then we go Bugs Cannon. We knock out the Stream Tail. That was not your internet. That was PTCGL that glitched out there. Okay, I feel like there's still a Briar in this list. You know, I'm going to check afterwards. Win or lose. And this is a rare instance where a Gardevoir player's timer is higher than mine. All right, so yes, I understand that I left a Monkey Dory alive, but Screamtail could have knocked out the Fez. Like, I know they wouldn't have been able to knock out the Ogerpon. They probably have Counter Catcher as their thingy thing. I know the risk that I took, okay? I am well aware of the risk that I took, bringing up the Jellicent, which is kind of crazy, considering that, you know, I can't use items. But it has a 3 retreat cost, and it doesn't do very much damage, and they haven't been filling up their discard pile with energy. Obviously, that could all change. But the fact that they don't have energy in their discard pile behooves me greatly. And there's a Mega Diancie. Well, that's not great, but they still need a bunch of energy in the discard pile. Oh, crap. Well, you know, again, they just get a raw Ino. I dug like crazy. I dug like the dog from Up, and I still couldn't get it. And they just Ino'd me into 2 completely useless cards. Oh, God. Okay. No, this is fine. This is great. They also have nothing. All right. They can't do anything. You got nothing. And then oh, God. Can I even Bugs Cannon? Like, I know I can Bugs Cannon a Monkey Dory, but then doesn't that activate Counter Catcher? But I think I have to. I think I have to because it gives me a win condition. Because I can win the following turn. Yeah, I have to go for a Monkey Dory. That's good. Okay. So Teal Dance. Because there's no reason to overload the Genesect any further. It's doing, what, 160 or whatever? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Genesect's going anywhere, but I don't think I'm getting a bosses here. I think it's safe to say we are not getting a bosses. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so Bugs Cannon, knock out a monkey. Because if I hit anybody else, then they can just use Monkey Dory to do Monkey Dory things. I swear Briar's in this deck. Okay, I thought I saw Briar. I might have been clicking through the list. If Briar's the last prize, then PDCGL really hates me. Like more than normal. All right, that's fine. Because remember, we're going to have access to Pheasantipity when they do the thing. They're going to take a knockout. I'm going to have access to my Pheasantipity. It's not going to buff out for us, but they did attach 2 energy to the Jellicent to take this knockout. Everything could work out. There's 11 energy in the deck. There's, you know, we might be able to find 2. We just need to find 2. We'll be fine. Everything's great. Also, a boss's orders wins us the game. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's not a guarantee that they win next turn. Wow, that's great. Okay, well, we can still do it. We can still do it. There's one. Wait, that's enough. Wait. Yeah, who needs Vileplume? Get out of here, Vileplume. You're a nerd, Vileplume. Whoa, would you look at that? That is expert level gameplay. Oh, Trust Your Pilot's the best. He might not remember what's in his deck list. Oh my god, it wasn't. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I just fell out of my chair and licked my own toes in the same moment because I'm so flexible. I told you Briar was in the list. Literally the last prize. I can't remember because this game went on so long in my short-term memory. And then if we just gotten the Briar, we could have won. There's Pokegear in the deck to find the Briar. No, it's the final prize. But guess what? PDCGL did everything in its power to screw me over. Great gameplay beats off Gardevoir players every single freaking day. All right, we're running it back. Oh my god, PDCGL. Come on, bro. My last freaking prize. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but like, come on. Come on, PDCGL. Don't be that person. You know, press 1 if you doubted your pilot. Press 1 if you knew that Briar was in that list and you knew it was going to be the final prize. Because I started to doubt myself. I was like, wait, is Briar actually in the list? Because PDCGL wouldn't screw me over this much, would it? PDCGL wouldn't. Oh, yeah, apparently it would. Apparently it would screw me over. It wouldn't give me an item lock deck and screw me over like, oh, it's another Venusaur. Okay, so we do have a turn 1 Ogerpon, but they also have a turn 1 Ogerpon. So I think they might win because I started the Fez. Yes, Clan Burglar, we know. We know. You're playing with your balls too hard. And Mad Panda? It's PDCGL. It's a super well-made game. All right, we got this. We got this. It's another mirror match. We forced the previous mirror match person to concede because they couldn't handle Trust Your Pilot special sauce directly into their hands. All right, that's unfortunate. Let's bug catching set, get nothing. Ooh, okay, we actually got some things. My bug catching set is evolving. That makes sense. Oh, wow, yeah, thank you. Thanks, PDCGL. You're a great game. Okay, so let's go. But this is tricky like a gym, because if they put too much energy, but I also want to be in a situation where I can activate Briar, but I also want to, you know, draw cards because we don't currently have a way to do that. So it's a tricky one. Like, I understand that PDCGL hates Mega Venusaur and Mega Venusaur never works properly. So I could have just sent up the Ogerpon and been like, yeah, next turn I'll do a bunch of things, but I don't have a playable hand. I could have played with my balls, gotten rid of the Meganium and the Ultra Ball, gone for a Teal Mask Ogerpon and drawn one. But do you know what's better than drawing one card? Drawing 3 cards. I will have to give up, you know, a prize in the meantime, in the interim, but that's okay. Because the way to win this matchup is you take the first 2 prizes. Whoever takes the first 2 prize KO wins the game. And I'm assuming they're going to give me a Force of Vitality. The last person I played against who had Venusaur, oh god. Wait, that's fine. Just put a Force of Vitality into play. Just put a Force. Damn it! I would have had the KO. Okay, so in this situation... Really? Oh yeah, my cards are farting. My cards are farting. That's awesome. I love the farting. We love the farting, don't we, folks? All right, so let's go Bugs Cannon. I think I just put 20 on the Badoo, and we do that. And Mr. Mountain Dew, they're probably just referencing my tweet about Mega Heracross, how after a month of it being broken and the brokenness being discovered, they haven't banned it and they haven't fixed it and they haven't acknowledged it. So clearly you can do it. Clearly it is not a bug or an exploit that they're worried about if they haven't banned it, because we let them know a month ago about it. This awesome community who discovers all the bugs and is, you know, their bug tester. I don't know why the Badoo itself farts pollen, right? Like, I understand your hand farting pollen, but why does the Badoo fart pollen? All right, so if I put, so that's 40. Wait, if I put 2, that's knocking out the Chikorita. Right? This is math. This is how math works, right? We knock out the Chikorita? Yes. Yeah, how else would I know that I'm item locked unless my cards are farting? We prized the Briar again! This is 2 games in a row. And that was this is another game where it's a great win condition. If they just knock out Ogerpon, you just have to knock out 1 Ogerpon and then a Mega Venusaur. Well, I was banned from a certain subreddit because I was offering too much money for feet picks. Oh yeah, now you give me the Force of Vitality. Bugs Cannon, yeah. Oh, we gotta. Now's your chance. Now's your chance to use. Oh wait, most people don't have this emote because it's like the tier 3 something something. There's the bug catching emote. All right, see, Genesect is goated, but this is basically just a repeat. You know, Mega Venusaur, trash, Genesect goated. Did they just get... Oh my god. That is insanity. Oh wow, and then they got the INO too. That is kind of nuts. Oh, I'll take it. The Night Stretcher is a little iffy. But the fact that they didn't gust me is really good. You know, they didn't grant gust in me. That's the flash. I also got in trouble for flashing, but that's okay. All right, so they're going for a Mega Venusaur. Okay. This is a tough one. Because what I can do is... I can do many things. I can do many things. Right? Genesect just opens up so many possibilities. It's just unlike the Mega Venusaur list, where if everything goes right, yeah, it's pretty okay. But everything has to go right. And Clam Burglar, I know, you would never. All right. Now the question is, how do I do this? If what's the correct order here? Right? Because we're doing 210. I can theoretically knock out the Mega Venusaur. So I think what I do is I go Ultra Ball and I go for another Ogerpon. Because I'm going to try to knock out the Venusaur this turn. That is the stretch. I mean, we're drawing at least 10 cards this turn. At least 10. Okay, let's poke a gear to get a thing out of the deck. And then we draw 3. We have the Max Rod for a bunch of energy. Okay, okay. Things are working here. I think we have it, right? Because if I go attach Ogerpon, oh, we absolutely, we're knocking out that Venusaur. Venusaur is trash. I told you. Venusaur is absolute garbage, mate. Garbage. Wait, do I not have it? I don't know if I have it. we might have it. There's a chance that we have it. Okay, so wait, if I... Oh, God. Okay, so if I put 2 more energy, that's 120. That is a knockout. That is a knockout. Math. Not even once. 330. Oh, it'd be a shame if I knocked out your Venusaur. Wouldn't that be awful? That'd be awful if I knocked out your Venusaur. All right, let's go get Genesect and 3 energy. I know they're probably going to Iono me, but I mean, I don't really have a choice. You know, I need to build up another Ogerpon, even though I'm not really on a clock here. This isn't baseball. I'm not on a shot clock. But look at that. I needed to put 4 energy on an Ogerpon to knock out a Venusaur. I just took 3 prizes for 4 energy. So yes, playing Mega Venusaur is not good. And Josh, oh, you know what happens after long sessions of whacking off with different decks. So they have to Iono me, but even if they Iono me, oh, it's too late. Too late for your Toedscruel. I already played with my rod to the max. That's what happens when you play with your rod to the max. And again, that's another thing is like we have a lot of recovery. I don't think we need another rod card. We have Max Rod, we have Night Stretcher, we have Energy Recycler, we have Sacred Ash. So like as I was going through the video, I'm like, does Super Rod really deserve to be in the top 10 rotating cards? Go check out the latest video on my channel to see the rotate. Oh, they lose. Yeah, like as I was doing it, I was like, is it really necessary? And also Dawn is useless. Imagine if that was an Iono and not a Dawn. Or imagine if that was a Bosses. Well, I guess Bosses doesn't really matter. But like, I need to attach. I don't even think I need to do anything this turn and we win. Right? If I just manually attach an energy, I think that's game. At least if they didn't have the Mega Venusaur, this would have been much closer. But there you go. I've proven it time and time again. Mega Venusaur is not great. Mega Venusaur is a problem. And, you know, I've prized Briar twice. Briar would have helped last game. This game, I mean, we just destroyed them. We obliterated them. We obliterated them like the G block rotation at the end of March is going to obliterate Standard. So there you go. Every single time I play against Venusaur, I show you, I create the optimal grass deck list with Meganium. Okay, so that's another one in the win column for us. And see, did you see how the redemption screen is different and it looks stupid? Because they put like effects in the background and stuff. Oh, also there was nothing new on the shop this week. I don't think there's anything new for the rest of the year because it's like the year is over. But let's go. Which one do you want to see? Let's try the Wellspring Mask because this one requires me to think. And that's not good. Let's try the Wellspring one that requires me to think. The Rippin' and the Terran. Right, so I think I want to go first if I win the coin flip. Which we did. So, yeah, just for YouTube streaming, the reason I'm going to start on the VODs channel is just because I have no idea what's going to happen. Right? I don't know, like, what the process is. Crikey, you can't, like I said in the video that you watched 3 times, you can't guess what the top deck after rotation is going to be, is because the top deck post-rotation could be released in perfect order. And we won't know perfect order for another month or so. So you can't make a guess until you know all the cards, and we won't know all the cards. Okay, I mean, I guess I just Teal Dance. I still don't know why this isn't automatic. That should be automatic 100% of the time. And I don't have a playable hand. So there is a Badoo and there is a Seal Buy in the deck. And oh, do you like my tweet? Do you like the tweet about how you know, Leafeon would have been the perfect name for Celebi? Because Celebi is the Eon. So and it's grass, leaf, Eon. So that'd be the perfect name for Celebi. Get it? Ah, it's above your heads. Uh, Milky, you're saying Lucario? Well, they're probably going to give us some crazy psychic type and just destroy everything and make us hate life. But yeah, it's going to have access. It's still going to have Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. It's still going to have Harry Mama. It's still going to have Lunatone Solrock. Whether or not it's going to be tier 1, I don't know. Because, you know, there are some tough matchups out there, but it's such a strong deck that it's hard to bet against it. But they could just say like, oh, we're reprinting Gardevoir EX, but as like a Gallade EX for no reason. So as much as I'd like to say, oh, you can predict the future, you can't. You cannot predict the future when it comes to rotation until you know all the cards. So yeah, Lucario, I'm happy to play it. I want to play Lucario. That'd be really fun. All right, well, what are they doing? Okay, it looks like they're going to sob. Well, couldn't Gallade be psychic type? They've printed Gallade multiple times where it's like this is both a psychic and a fighting type? And yeah, Steven's Metagross, absolutely. Wait, what? They're gonna blow me. Okay. Wait, this is perfect. So I think in this situation, I just don't do anything. Right? Oh, no, now I gotta do something. Okay, so let us go. Yeah, that down. I guess Fez down. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away these two. Go get my own Ogerpon. I mean, I could just go for Mew, but we're not gonna do that. Let's go and get somebody that I don't care about. Actually, let's go get our own Ogerpon and be like, yeah, let's see who's better. You or me, buddy. All right, this is interesting because I can't really use Celebi in this situation. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then we go Earthen Vessel away that. We get water. Oh, okay. I thought I couldn't select it because it was taking its time. Okay, so if I can get an energy switch, we can do the thing. We're gonna have multiple opportunities, but I can do things with my thing if we just get the thing. And that's why I kind of wanted to energy switch to the Bayleaf, just in case we got in this situation. But we also we don't got it. We also don't got it like that. Okay, we have failed miserably. But the good news is they can only target the Fez. So that's the good news. Where's the tree? I know, right? More than half the deck. So the good news is they can only target the Fez. The bad news is the Bayleaf's about to get bodied. But I guess what I do is if they knock out the Bayleaf, I go Nest Ball for Chikorita. And then, yeah, we Nest Ball for Chikorita. And then step 2 is Fez. Or no, I guess, yeah, the step 2 is Fez. And then we just have to hope for a Force of Vitality, because then I can Night Stretch or a Bayleaf. And then we'll be totally fine. But yeah, I do like the thought that Lucario is going to be good. Because, you know, you could play Salvatore if you really wanted to. Pokegear is still legal. Sparkling Crystal doesn't really matter. Because you could really play Salvatore if you just wanted to go crazy. But I think Lunatone Solrock is a fine play turn 1. And yeah, then just 130. Turn 2 is great. Is there any way to, like, you can't really play Crispin. I'm just trying to think of energy acceleration. Energy sticker is rotating. I know that should have been number 1 on the top 10 list. I'm sorry. You know, I didn't want to leak the sauce. What do you think? Is that just going to be a Flareon? Because that's really bad. because they can definitely do things to me that I don't want them to do. All right, so we're taking a 2-prize KO. They've only taken 1 prize. We're getting rid of their sparkling crystals, so I don't know if they can recover from this. Right? As long as I can, like, as long as I can find 1 energy switch. So we go Nest Ball for Chikorita. And then Fez. Just need a Forest of Vitality. That's not a Forest of Vitality, but we did get an energy switch. All right. And then that goes there. Still no Forest of Vitality. Still don't have one of those things. Okay. All right. We got that. Can I please get a Forest of Vitality? That's all I want for Christmas. Is a Forest of Vitality. That's still not a Forest of Vitality. Okay, well, that's energy. So we have to attach to the active. Because, I'm still short. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess I could have used this guy to take the knockout, but we're just going for it. Oh, God, No, I can't use research. I can't use research because then we lose our Meganium and our Bayleaf, and I can't believe in the game. So, yeah, this is just going to be a Lilies and a hope for another energy switch. Or nothing. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Love that. That's kind of crazy. That, Mad Panda, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So, yeah, I guess I should have gone for the Wellspring Mask and knocked out the Hooters. Because they can just go, what, Terra Orb, Crispin, knock out my Ogerpon. So maybe I should have retreated the Ogerpon and sobbed. Yeah, that would have been smarter. I should have used... Well, then they just knock out the Pheasantipity anyway. Right, because then they would have just Crispined. So I don't think there was a chance that I win the game anyway. Because... And you know we're about to top deck a Forest of Vitality. And Baymag, yeah, Lilies for 3 Lilies. When an energy switch or a Forest of Vitality would have done it. Yeah, Lilies for 3 Lilies. And then, of course, they stabilize. And yeah, I can't knock out the Flareon with the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, which is unfortunate. But I can Iono them, right? I can Iono them. I can most likely knock out their Flareon if I just get a stupid Meganium. I knew it. I told you. Literally, the next card is going to be it. The game is way too predictable. The game needs to stop being so predictable. And then literally the bug catching set into Bayleaf Meganium. See, the game is too predictable. You know, it needs to be a little bit more, you know, on the ball here. All right, so let's just go get Mew just to have it because we need to thin out the deck because it'll make me feel better about myself and being in this situation. All right, so we are in danger of decking out, believe it or not. Oh yeah, just all my prime catchers. Thank you. All right, what do we got here? We got 210, so that's a knockout. We are knocking out the Flareon. They don't have any way to make a comeback here. The only obvious issue is that, yes, they're going to knock out my Fez, and we don't have a way to unfezify that. So, yeah, and then I can't use Briar for anything. So let's just, let's just do the thing. That's 4. And then can I attach? Ooh, we can attach. Okay, so that'll go there. Because I can knock out the Ogerpon and like a Hoot Hoot if they put the Hoot Hoot down. But I have to be very careful here. So You know, I mean, we're not gonna, I don't think we can come back here because, you know, we got all of our Forest of Vitality were in the bottom 15 cards of the deck. I mean, if I get an INO, obviously I won't. That's not an INO. Like, there's no world in which they don't go for the Fez here. The only way they would go for the Fez if they're really, really worried about losing due to an INO, but I think you just go for it. Even though they're looking at my like 20 card hand and being like, there's no way he doesn't have an INO. And it's like, you'd be surprised. Okay, that doesn't matter. Because I can just retreat the Meganium. Yeah, they're going for the... This doesn't really matter. There wasn't really any... Yeah, so then we just go for the Hoot Hoot. This is perfect. So I knock out the Wellspring Mask, and then we go for the Hoot Hoot and knock this guy out. So then we go down to 1 prize. And yeah, that's hilarious. So this is going to come down to who... Though, I mean, look at... They just sent more energy back in. Right? There's no chance we don't get this. They just sent more energy back into their deck. I'm knocking out their consistency card. I'm also knocking out their Terra. There's no way they can win the game. Absolutely no chancey in hell they win this game. I am going to win this game. I am their daddy. They know it. You know it. We all know it. Now the question is, what do I do here? Because we can't draw any more cards. Well, actually, I guess with Torrential Pump, technically I wouldn't deck out, but we gotta go Torrential Pump, go to Hooters. Well, actually, hang on. Do I go for the Fan Rotom? Okay, I'm gonna go for the Hoot Hoot because I'd rather lose because of a boss's energy Fan Rotom. But no, I do lose because of the Fan Rotom. So I think, you know, it's which poison do you want to take? Because remember, the Hoot Hoot is useless unless they have a Terra. But I lose to a boss's energy Fan Rotom. And that's possibly what's about to happen. So I think oh no, okay. So we would have lost either way because they had the Noctowl and the Ultra Ball in their hand. So they would have been able to grab a Terra. And then they just have the Ursa Luna. What are they... Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you being annoying? God, imagine if I had just been able to find the Forest of Vitality. You know, imagine a different world where the 3 Forest of Vitality were not, you know, the next card in the deck. I am mad that I lost, and I'm not happy that you won. And I dislike you, Ripper Beano. Oh man, that was a rough one. You know, we were literally the next card in the deck away from winning. All right. B-Blah. Shinny B-Blah. And Bob's Burgers. Hey, this is a great game. What are you talking about? I will not sit here and let you besmirch my favorite game. Oh, wait, you're not talking about TCG Pocket. Yeah, this game sucks. I got him. What does everyone think of the new set? Because I don't, you know, once I get to like a rank, once I rank up once in TCG Pockets ranked, I just stop playing competitively. And in ranked, I just go, I just complete my CPU things. Okay, wait, am I going first or second? Ah, of course I'm going second, but we're still starting the Celebi because I believe. And, well, I've opened up my cards, and hey, if you're sub, you can send me a friend request, and I will accept it. You just got to make sure you like all my stuff. All right, well, let's go. If I could traverse time. There's that guy. Well, I guess it's a get rid of a superior turn, right? And then we go 1, 2. Because we know they're going to item lock us, but that's okay. Because we're going to get a whole bunch of cards that are great. We're going to get all the best cards in the world. Let's go. Okay. I mean, I guess I just traverse time. We can also solar cutter, right? Worst case scenario, I can just solar cutter. And Leah, well, if you started playing TCG Pocket 14, what the hell? If you started playing TCG Pocket 14 or 15 months ago, you'd be in a great position right now. I have 3,000 pack hourglasses and 2,000 wonder hourglasses. If you were just starting out today, you'd be in Pound Town, Painville. Okay, so I don't know what we're facing. I just know that it's weird. So I mean, this is perfect. So let's go attach to you. That goes there. Let's traverse time, not traverse rhyme. Let's get this, this, and this. Easy. And Moondust? Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would you even pay for a digital card, right? Not me, who has 300 Poke Gold paid and who bought the premium pass, I think, twice. But that was because I needed to build up a collection to make videos on the game that I haven't. What the hell? What the hell? What world are we in right now? Okay. Let's go Forest of Vitality. That was a Team Star Grunt. The biggest card that we're losing to rotation. It's Team Star Grunt. All right, let's just keep thinning out the deck, I guess. See, this is what I was hoping to find. This is what I wanted to find, you know, when the ladder reset was something like this. Tyranitar, Dragapult, Team Star Grunt. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted from life. I also would like, you know, a water energy. And I got the Chain Lane. Even better. How am I whiffing this bad when I've thinned out my deck like all of the way? I mean, I could just knock out the Dreepy, but I'd rather just thin my deck of everything. And just be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Go for it. Go for it, bro. Yeah, like, I feel like someday I'll go back to TCG Pocket and I'll make videos. Like, it still might only be a week at a time. But, like, it's... Okay, yeah, let's just get rid of all the things. Let's just get rid of all the things. But one of the issues is that the release schedule is one of the huge problems. Is that the release schedule for TCG Pocket tends to, like, line up really weirdly with TCG Live. They definitely don't, you know, collaborate on that kind of stuff. Can I get a water energy, please? So it's like, if you're wondering, why haven't you been playing your favorite game lately? Well, it's because I can't. All right, I mean, I guess I go for... I mean, I feel like they just don't have anything. Right? I'm not worried about them sucking my butt when, you know, I'm wearing pants. But yeah, it's like TCG Pocket released their sets at the end of the month, and that's when TCG Live got them. And then, like, it wasn't a long enough time. Wait, you don't know about Terra Macargo? Wait, did they just... What are they doing? Yeah, it's a Terra Macargo. It does 140, and then I think it's like 140 more for each energy on the top of each player's deck that gets discarded. All right. They got Giovanni Ribisi and all the things. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the knockout here. I'm just gonna do the thing because I'm a little tired. Actually, I'll get double water because then I can, you know, do the thing next turn as well. So then we go, yeah, into you, to you, Boss's Horse Duvra, bring you up there, pump it up. And then we also go for the Chain Link. Easy. And Moondust, neither have I. You know, they're definitely trying something out. I'm guessing the Dragapult or the Dracloak are there for card draw, which is interesting to say the least. But I'll start a prediction. We'll play one more game. We'll finish the stream with one more game. I don't know which version I'll play. But yes, there is a Terra Macargo, and it's terrible. Oh my goodness. All right, Torrential Pump. I guess I go for the Dreepy. And hey, I made a video about that before Pocket was even out. I said, this is the most broken card in TCG Pocket. And Leah, hey, you never know. You never know. All right, so I guess I just research, right? I'll probably just end up researching and hoping to get that water energy, because I'll energy switch. I can always sob and, you know, thin the deck out as much as possible. Oh, they got him. What are they playing? Well, I have no idea what's going on. Okay. All right. Oh no, not my Chikorita. And there's Prime Catcher for game. Love it. So, yeah, I mean, TCG Pocket, it has to line up properly where I'm not, you know, Pokeballs deep into a set for TCG Live when a new set in Pocket comes out. And then, you know, I'll do opening 100 packs. I'll focus on a couple decks. I'll do like a week of Pocket. So, you know, there's ways to make it happen. I'm not ruling out going back to TCG Pocket. All right, let's, what do we got here? We got a Wo-Chien in here and some Toedscruel. We got a 2/2/2. We got 4. This guy's got 3 energy switches. Tool Scrapper. Where we're going, we don't need no stinking Tool Scrapper. Actually, I'll cut a Bravery Charm and go for an energy switch. Another energy switch. And we'll cut an INO to make room for that. We'll cut a Research to make room for that. All right, so we got some Toedscruel in here. So this is the prediction name. Nintendo of America is who we're facing off against. 1522. I guess, again, I think we want to go first. My issue with Pocket is that I feel like I have to invest in like a good overlay for the stream to make it look pretty. Like a beautiful butterfly. Wow, great options here. great options here for who to start. I guess it's gonna be Squawkabilly. Okay. Yep. Shouldn't have started the Squawkabilly. Yeah, and then for Pocket, you know, the games aren't very fun, but it's like I can find 3 or 4 games. I can make a 20-minute video in like an hour. That was my favorite part, is that you can make, oh yeah, I guess I should cancel the prediction so people don't just pile on. All right, so let's end submissions. Oh, nice try, whoever snuck in there. We're facing off against Charizard. I regret starting the Squawkabilly, but it's going to be fine, because we're not going to get screwed over here by the game. That would never happen. Bad things don't happen to bad people, so nothing bad will happen. Oh, no! Oh, my, literally the worst card we could have top decked. Literally, there was not a worse card we could have grabbed. Okay. I guess this is not going to be Squawkin this turn. I don't think we use Squawkabilly this turn. Unless there's like a Super Rod or something. Okay, there is a Super... I think I have to. God, of course we get rid of the stupid freaking Max Rod. Of course. All right, so we have a Toedscruel. I can't really do anything with that. All right, so I want to go and get probably just another Ogerpon. And then we Squawk and Squeeze. Because I can knock out that Fez next turn. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about this. All right, so let's go Bug Catching Set. Get nothing we need. Awesome. Can I please get a good card? Is that too much to ask for? That is a playable card. But I need to draw a card next turn. So I have to go end turn, right? I probably should have attached the Bravery Charm. But it's really up to them how this goes. Because I can use Regigigas to knock out a Charizard. I can maybe knock out a Mega Charizard with a Teal Mask Ogerpon. Like, we're not out of this game, but I definitely should not have started the Squawk ability. If I'd known this was Charizard, I would have started the Regi. But then we still would have had a terrible turn 1. But I also had a Lilies in that turn 1 hand. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I got greedy. I would say I made an oopsie. There's a difference. All right. I mean, knocking out a Tatsugiri is not the worst thing. The reason it's bad is because it lets their Charizard knock out an Ogerpon. Like the Charizard EX, because it'll do 210. But it also doesn't hurt because then if they put a Mega Charizard into play, then we're okay. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. This is great. I am going to rue the day I built this deck and played it. And they have everything they need. Wonderful. Okay. That's really good. That's a good top deck. Now we just have to hope that some of the next cards are good. All right, you want a bug catching set first? Because what if I get nothing? And then I hate life. What if I get nothing? Because I was hoping we were going to get a Bayleaf or something. We did not get a Bayleaf or something. But we did thin the deck. That's the one nice thing. We thinned the deck. So that means we're going to find a support. Oh, crap. Huh. Well, this is cool. Like, I mean, I can't. What the hell do I even do here? I guess I just motivate? Yeah, that's what we're doing. But, like, knocking out the... Like, which is worse? Knocking out the Tatsugiri and letting them draw 3 cards? Or letting the Tatsugiri live and letting them... Okay, well, they're not getting a Pidgeot. And letting them use... wow, okay. I would have thought they'd go for... You know, something like a Lilies. I thought they would go for a Lilies here, but I guess they have energy in hand. And they're just like, well, a TM Evolution's better, and then I can Tatsugiri afterwards and set it for next turn. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. Because they can just knock it. They can knock the Squawk. So do I... Oh, okay. Do I Bravery Charm the Squawk ability? Is that where we're at right now? That I'm going to Bravery Charm a freaking Squawk ability? But yeah, they're going to have the Pidgeot. Ah, this is so tough. Especially since they can just knock out my Chikorita. Right, they can just go Boss's Energy, knock out the Chikorita. Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. You read my mind. Okay, well, we're bound to get something off of this one. Hey, we did. Oh, it's going to help them. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, we got to go up with this guy. No need to Toedscruel. I think I have to put the Chikorita... No, we can't. We can't put the Chikorita down because I might need that space for a Pheasantipity or something. What the hell is this? Okay, well, Palpad, I choose you. Bosses and Lilies. Okay, so then retreat. Take the KO, which is unfortunate. And then Myriad Leaf Shower. All right, well, they currently cannot knock out my Teal Mask Ogerpon in the active. That's the good news. The bad news is they can knock out everything on my bench. Well, that would explain why we couldn't find a Bayleaf. All right, next turn, I think... I mean, again, we have access to Briar. So Briar could win it for us. Right? You know, obviously you don't necessarily want to be relying on Briar to win, especially since I have prized it like every game. And I have not been updating the win-loss record. I think we're 8-7. Right? I keep forgetting to update that. I think we're 8-7. We might be 7-8. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because now they just take a knockout. And the Chi-Yu is out of range of my Regigigas. Fantastic. All right, so they will go and get a Charizard. I have to gust the Zard, but then the Chi-Yu is still a threat. I have to gust the Zard, but the Chi-Yu is still a threat. Because the Chi-Yu is just too good. Can we all agree the Chi-Yu is just too good of a card? I think they have a Charizard in their hand. So I do apologize. This looks like it's going to be a loss, but only because of this guy. If they prize their Chi-Yu, if they prize their goldfish, their really hot goldfish, we would have won. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, how do you... Did they... What? Why didn't they go get Night Stretcher or something? I am so confused right now. Why didn't they go get Night Stretcher? So they have made the oopsies of all time right now. One of the oopsies of all time. So I think we hold on to the bosses for later. Like, I think we just take the Charmeleon KO, try to not suck, end up sucking, and then hate life. All right, great. Awesome. Fantastic. And Sunny, hey, this weirdo won't raid you next time. There's an energy switch. I think we attach to the Regis. Actually, I can take the knockout of the Charmeleon with the Regigigas, which doesn't really help, but it's a thing we can do. Right? Why not? It's part of the pact, I know. You know, at least we can make them waste a Gust card. That's fine. That's fun, right? Okay, so I should probably just use Jewel Breaker, because then we can recycle the Regigigas and knock out somebody. Because they have to use a Gust card in this situation. But what was the sequencing last turn that led to them not doing anything? Because they used... Okay, thank you. Okay, so they used Dawn first. They knew they didn't have a Charizard. Then they used Flip the Script. Then they used Quick Search. Why didn't they get a Night Stretcher or a Super Rod? That is such a weird... Like, I understand. You prized 1 or 2 Zard. That's fine. But why didn't you Night Stretcher or Super Rod? That's what confuses me. Unless they bet that they were going to lose this game and they're throwing. All right, there's Battle Cage. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I knew you're... That's not surprising. I knew you were going to get the bosses, okay? I'm not surprised. Mega Fire of Envy. That's okay. And then I think in this situation, we put up the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Thank you, that's good. And then Super Rod in 2 energy. Actually, do I go 3 energy? That might be the correct call. Because then we go, yeah, that there. Teal Dance. I will have many things. Ooh, there's the bosses. Hang on. Hang on a second. Wait a tick. Okay, I'm going to Fez first, which might not be smart. But I think this is a knockout, right? I believe this is a knockout on the Fez. Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, so 270 minus 60 is 210. So then we attach that there. We knock out their Fez. They Mega Fire of Envy, and then we Briar for game. Easy. Easy peasy, baby. They're gonna INO us, which is great. Because if they INO me, that brings me closer to Briar. And then all I have to do is draw Briar and we win the game. That's it. They don't know. You know, they're playing a Terra deck, but their Terra deck is terrible. You know, they got screwed over by PDCGL, and also they were just blinded. You know, it's like it's the weekend. They were blinded by the light, by my aura. I showed them my spheres, and they were blinded by my aura. Yeah, that Chi-Yu is pretty goated. Is this one rotating? Yeah, this is a G block. So this Chi-Yu is rotating. I mean, it doesn't really matter because Charizard's rotating, and it really only works in Charizard because there's better fire attackers. But this guy was really good in Charizard. Just, hey, is there a grass or a certain metal type that you really hate? Have we got an answer for you? Are they about to knock out my Squawk? Yep, there's the Ino. I knew I masterfully baited you, NAO. And then we got Briar for... We're gonna get Briar for game, okay? This is the deal we have made. We're gonna get Briar for game. I'm gonna draw so many cards. We're gonna get Briar for game. Because I don't think we can get the Wo-Chien set up unless I get like a research and play a bajillion cards. That's unfortunate. Okay, there's Force of Vitality. I think the Mew makes more sense here. Okay, I have not shuffled my deck, so Briar should be like right there. Briar should be literally on the top. Are you kidding me? How is Briar not on the top? Okay, but I think we still win. Right? I just bring up the Pidgeot and we win. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, 360. We didn't even get to use the Wo-Chien. I'm sorry. I wanted to use the Wo-Chien. It's 20 to their active, then 120 to 2 of their bench dudes. But see, I'm just that good. So probably the next card was Briar. God, Briar is such a lie. I want to use Briar. I want to show it off. I want to win a game because of it, because I've lost so many games against Ceruledge because of it. But PDCGL, it hates us because it ain't us. Yeah. All right, let's raid Video Game House, but I'm not gonna chat, okay? I am not... Oh, wait, never mind. We're gonna raid Tricky Gym. Ah, suck about Video Game House. We're raiding Tricky Gym. I'm gonna have to raid and run, so you're gonna have to say, this gym do be tricky. You know, or GLC, what's that? You know, as a PDCGL player, I don't know what that is because I can't challenge my friends. I have to wait for a trainer trial. So yeah, as soon as you take out the Vileplume, it actually gets good. As soon as you take out the Vileplume, you take out the Vileplume, and add Genesect, the deck gets good. So I'll see you all on Saturday. Unless testing goes terribly, it'll be Reshiram, Firebox, and that'll probably suck.